All right, welcome to Critical Mess. This is episode number 61. It's the show where we talk about movies that critics and audiences do not agree on, like tonight's film, Event Horizon. I'm Nick Honeywell. I'm here with my friends, Chris Griswold, Brian MC Cullen, producer Ben. Say hello, gents.
What's up, gang?
Hey, Brian MC Cullen here. And guys, our kitchen backsplash subway tile design was inspired by the bridge of Event Horizon spaceship.
Oh,
Whoa.
Ooh. So Notre Dame.
Yeah, it's very gothic.
That's
No,
cool. Fun
Does
fact.
your wife know
It
that?
wasn't.
Yeah, no, you should just go
I've
with
just
it.
never seen that many subway tiles in my life.
All right, icebreaker.
Matrix.
That's the
I wasn't
earliest
ready.
Matrix reference. Thank you.
I was not prepared for an early Matrix reference.
Icebreaker. Brian, we kind of thank you for this one because you brought this up, I think in the last episode, just briefly. The idea that some films change genres kind of mid-film. So I just wanted to ask, what's a movie that does an awesome job of that?
I'll let you go first.
I'll gladly
Whoever.
go first.
Yeah,
it's
Chris.
my number one movie of all time. The Prestige.
Oh,
Goes from a period piece drama about a couple dueling magicians to a crazy sci-fi kind of I think it's a sci-fi horror just because if you think about it longer, it just is horrific in general.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Cool. Here's something, as I was thinking about this a little bit, horror plays into these crossovers a lot. So the one I'm going to go with is a super classic. I'm going with Psycho.
Oh, yeah.
Which really
Great
just kind
answer.
of a thriller, kind of almost a romantic thriller, I guess, for the first almost half of the film, and then, goes to pure horror pretty quickly. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to say Barbarian for me.
Yeah,
is
Yeah.
it's a great twist halfway through, and it's just it kind of really is right at the midpoint of a movie, which is rare. I mean, a lot of times you get a third act twist or a plot twist, but like for the midpoint to sort of be where it happens, I think an honorable mention would be Gone Girl is another example. Doesn't change genres necessarily, but like all of a sudden it goes there's a new central character halfway through all of a sudden. So and then I had a third one too. Was it Parasite? No,
Parasite,
that's a good one.
Parasite.
It was a adaptation. And I love Charlie Kaufman, but if you haven't seen Adaptation, it's in my top 100. It's pretty high towards the top. And there's a moment in the middle of the movie where it gets so meta. I've never seen a movie get this meta, and it just comes out of nowhere. So 2 honorable mentions.
Dang.
All right.
I have 2.
Oh.
Whoa.
One I don't like and one I do like. And they're both recent.
Mhm.
Honora, I feel like is a huge
Why
shift.
didn't I say that one? That's
Good call.
a
I know
great
you
answer.
love that one. And then Sinners, most recently.
Oh, spoilers!
yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
going to guess Sinners, but that's a great. Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but there's a dramatic shift about, I want to say, a quarter of the way, maybe a third of the way through the movie, and it turns, and it's really fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just watch From Dusk Till Dawn. It's pretty similar.
I've heard that. Yeah.
It's on HBO Max now.
I saw
Yes.
that. I'm waiting for my next afternoon when I can just blaze it up in the
Smart.
theater.
Okay. We're on social media. Someone want to talk about that?
Yeah. We can talk about that.
Yeah.
You can find everything about our podcast on.
You're fucking this up. All right. criticalmesspodcast.com. Go there. Everything's there. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, TikTok.
That's way
Tic Tac.
to chime in.
I'm taking that one back.
Soon to be M.
And subscribe, please. If you subscribe to our channel, that will represent more than a 1% increase in
We figured that out a
subscribers.
little while ago.
It is. We've been working the numbers, and we figured this out.
Yeah.
So please subscribe. We'd love that. And also watch the movie first. We're watching the movie as we're talking about this movie, Event Horizon. I heard there was a retraction, maybe a correction.
Yeah. Not to be pedantic, but I know there's one music nerd out there.
It's a good one.
Who's just, I can't believe that they said this. I won't say which one of the 4 of us said it, but somebody at the 138 mark in our last episode said that Für Elise was by Mozart, and it is indeed not
What an
by
idiot.
Mozart. It is by Beethoven. But I will say this, when that person said it, nobody in the room caught it or corrected
No.
it. So we're all equally guilty.
True.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome, music nerd. Go back to your musicry.
Nice. Good correction.
All right, tonight we're talking about a film from the year of our Lord 1997. It is a sci-fi film, kind of like our last film, Matrix Revolutions. But this one's a little bit different. A little bit. It's called Event Horizon.
This morning, TDRS picked up an automated navigation beacon broadcasting at 2-minute intervals in Neptune orbit.
This is incredible. It's the Event Horizon. She's come back. The Event Horizon is the culmination of a secret government project to create a spacecraft capable of faster-than-light flight. The ship doesn't really go faster than light. What it does is it creates a dimensional gateway that allows it to jump instantaneously from one point of the universe to another light years away.
Where's she been for the last 7 years, Doctor?
That's what we're here to find out.
God help us.
Okay, shall we talk the numbers? Not good. Not good here.
Not good.
Gents.
Sad.
Not
This is a sad.
This one was a bust.
We're gonna help this to not be too much of a downer of a night. It'll get good.
It's a big
get
old
there,
bust.
but it starts downer.
Yeah.
60 mil to make, recouped about 40. So this one's probably about as big of a bust as we've talked about on this show, right?
It recouped more than I thought.
Yeah.
I'm going to disagree with you only not because I know this, but because I suspect that because this movie has gained a cult following and has huge staying power, that it has probably made a lot of money back on streams and rentals, or at least more than a normal movie that would just disappear from existence did.
Rentals for sure. Streams, having to find this on MGM Plus. That I don't.
I mean,
I just paid $4.99.
Exactly.
I did too. So it's still it's still
catching.
and
Yeah.
I mean, it may not be everywhere on streaming right now, but we're talking. I mean, this movie is almost 30 years old, so I'm sure it has broken even.
Well, ChatGPT tells us around $40 million. So,
Thanks, Chet.
Did you call it Chet?
I do.
Chet.
It's a guy. His name's Chet.
ChatGPT.
It feels more human.
there
I
were
like tell
that.
people
There
about.
were people in 1997 that lost tens of millions of dollars
Yeah.
on this film.
Mhm.
So, directed by Paul W.S.
WS.
Anderson, not to be confused with, of course, Paul Thomas Anderson. Very different.
Now, in the
Paul-
credits, he did not go by Paul W.S. Anderson. Did he add that after PTA became big? Did you notice that?
He must have.
probably,
He must
yeah.
have. Yeah.
Which is Paul Anderson.
That's a good catch. Yeah. Not his first appearance on our show.
Mm-mm.
Guys, you know what episode? What other movie he directed that we talked
Video
about?
game movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Resident Evil,
That's correct.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's correct. Seems like dozens of years ago we talked about.
Seems
that.
like the same movie almost in my mind.
There's some overlap.
Very similar aesthetic.
There's
in
a
time.
similar aesthetic.
Yeah.
This guy did a bunch of Resident Evil movies. He also did the Alien vs. Predator film from 2004, which was a humongous disappointment for me personally. I don't know if anyone else saw that, but I remember seeing the preview for that and being like, oh my God, this is going to be probably, my new Citizen Kane. And it was just an absolute piece of shit. It was a terrible movie. He did Death Race from 2002, which I think is a remake. Pretty sure Death Race is a remake. Jason Statham.
Seems like a remake.
Good,
That's your guy.
good movie. Good, solid film, kids. Watch
Okay.
Death Race from 2002. I liked it.
Yeah. That's a 1975 film.
Yep. Pompeii. Did you guys see Pompeii 2014?
Never heard of it.
No.
The end of the world.
Yeah.
Pompeii. No.
No one saw Pompeii. But he did that.
Man.
This bastard is always married, or is also married to Mila Jovovich.
No way.
Wow.
So yeah,
He's winning.
You should have led with that.
He is well.
As the accomplishments.
And
yeah.
now-
My
Here's the
respect
thing,
went way
Brian.
up for him.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you start.
Matters how you finish.
And he's been married to her for a long time. They've been married since I think I said 2009 or something.
Wow.
Oh, they've got an
So-
open relationship.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
Get out of here.
No. We're all butthurt about it, but it just kind of is what it is. So who's in Event Horizon? Well, you got the great Laurence Fishburne. Once again, 2 weeks in a row, Lawrence. We're on a Lawrence tip
cool.
right
Yeah.
now.
Back to back.
Sam Neill.
Mhm.
You got Dr. Grant.
Love Sam Neill.
Yeah. And then the star power falls off pretty fast. Pretty fast after that.
Who would you put in the 3 slot? Would it be Jason Isaacs? Would
boy.
you put him there?
Ooh,
Would you put Joely
Ooh.
Richardson there?
probably.
Yeah, and then Jason fourth,
Yeah.
maybe.
Kathleen Quinlan.
Quinlan?
Nah, she
no.
She was great in the movie, but I don't know
Richard
who
T.
she is.
Jones. No,
Yeah.
probably not. No. But anyway, not a ton of star power in this one. Quick refresher about the criteria for the movies we talk about on Old critical mess here. So, a movie's got to be fresh with audiences and rotten with critics, or vice versa on Rotten Tomatoes. The disparity needs to be 20% or so. So, on Rotten Tomatoes, Event Horizon, boys, we're at a 36 with critics, which I want to say once again, everything tonight, there's a lot of overlap with Matrix. Like the numbers are very similar.
Interesting. How'd that happen?
Spoiler, if you saw, my rating is pretty similar. 36 with critics, 62 with the popcorn people. So it's once again kind of barely hanging on.
What's our disparity there?
With the popcorn people? I don't know. I can't figure that out.
Live math's hard. Well, we'll do the top critics is 20%.
Carry the two.
That's a 42% disparity.
Where are you seeing that at?
If you click into the thing and you click on that button.
Okay.
You're just now asking that?
Yeah, well, I thought he had found it from somewhere else, but he has like this cool little clicker within Rotten Tomatoes website that just...
It's a 26, I think. 26% disparity. Yeah, that's good. It's good. Solid.
Yeah, a little disparity there. A little disparity. All right. This is Critical Mess. We are sponsored. We have a lot of sponsors. We're swimming in
money. It's wonderful.
It really is nice.
Drink it up, boys.
Drink it up, yes. To our tremendous financial success. Yes.
We still have not paid producer Ben.
Yeah.
Okay, we're sponsored by Onkyo.
Well, hey, we've offered. He's respectfully declined.
That's true.
Sponsored by Onkyo. Onkyo, we've been running taglines. Their tagline is "Everything sounds better with Onkyo," right? It's a good tagline.
I thought it was the heartbeat of entertainment.
I think they have a couple.
Okay.
It's also the heartbeat of entertainment.
Yeah.
It's a historic brand.
I threw out the very generic experience real sound. You have to really hit that with a really...
Well, it's got a period after each one, right?
And
That's,
I
I like that.
voiceover that you need to really execute that one. But we're going to run a new tag tonight.
Okay. Let's workshop it.
How about this one? Yeah, we're going to workshop this. We'll see how it lands on the...
Okay. I'm going to place my hand on the... We'll see. See how it feels.
Okay, how does this feel? An earful of ecstasy.
We might have to test test audience.
I don't think
that.
Yeah, that might. You need a little A/B testing on that.
A/B test.
Yep, that might be
A/B
our
test
slogan. I don't know if that will
Did it come off a little hot? Did it come off a little strong?
Well, I did take my hand away really quickly because I felt awkward.
Oh, maybe that's good. There's tension. There's tension. Yeah, we like tension.
Little sexual tension between Brian and the speaker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Little tension.
A lot of ports.
Let's keep it around for a little while. We'll try it. What'd you say?
What? We have other sponsors. Lord help us.
We have more sponsors?
We have more sponsors. We're sponsored by Old Elk, the straight bourbon whiskey. And tonight, we've got something special tonight. Tonight we're slow cut.
That's the other one.
Oh,
it's special. It's also special.
Yeah, well, it's all special.
What's that? What do we got there, Grizz?
Slow cut.
Slow cut.
What's that mean?
No one knows.
No idea.
But it's
built
ambiguous.
into the primary label, so
And
it's got to be great.
I mean, you
gets
know
the
that when
people
it comes to
going.
bourbon, you don't want to do anything fast. So the word slow already is good.
Right.
What cut means,
No one knows.
it probably is great.
Well, usually, so whenever I go to a bar, like a cool bar or like a place, I kind of ask for the bourbon list, and I order something, and I always ask the bartender, I was like, "Is this slow cut?"
Mm-hmm.
And if he says yes, then I'll order it. And if he says no, then I won't. If he says I don't know what you're talking
you
about,
leave.
then
You
I'll
get up
just
and
be like,
leave.
"You're just
you go to
fucking
another
stupid."
bar.
An idiot.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay, our final and best sponsor. Wait.
Oh yeah. Listen.
Wait, hang on, Ben.
Well, I got hyped.
I appreciate that you were on it though, but I just have like
That was the fastest
a little bit of a
cue he's had.
You'll know when to hit it. You'll know when to hit it. Okay. So our biggest and most culturally relevant sponsor, I will say, The Ambrosialist, starring Zachary Quinto. New episodes this fall on NBC and Fox, and now I hear streaming on Netflix. The Ambrosialist, it's really the only show I just see kind of dance across the networks like this. You know,
And sometimes not all seasons are on one, and not all are on the other. So
Right,
you've got to
right.
sometimes, and they can do that.
Seasons are cut.
and demand is just so high. People aren't even willing to scroll to the next app over to watch the show. Like if it's on Netflix, they got to watch it on Netflix. So anyway, this week on The Ambrosialist. Oh boy. Nestled among the clouds in his hot air balloon, the Ambrosialist ponders his next move. Fueled only by pine nuts and ancient whiskeys, he's on the run from the decanters, an evil underground unit of ex-master distillers turned mercenaries. The Ambrosialist's father, Teddy Danson, is the only one he can trust to help, but reaching him, let alone freeing him from the confines of his super maximum security Filipino prison cell, is a suicide mission. But that's never stopped. The Ambrosia List.
Man,
What a
cut.
pause. What
Good
a good
timing.
what a good pregnant pause there.
Yeah, yeah, and we'll get to a little more. Don't worry.
Okay.
Man, pins and needles.
All right, let's rate Event Horizon.
Enough of those sponsors.
What do you got, guys? I'm not starting tonight.
I'll start.
Yeah, go for
I'll
it.
start.
Brad.
I feel like I haven't started in a while. So my synopsis is it's both inspired and original, somewhat misunderstood, and it holds up much better than I anticipated. And I wrote down, Alien and The Shining had a Hellraiser baby. 77.
Wow.
77. And
That
my
is-
77 is outline letters. I've never tried that before.
That's impressive.
So.
I like that.
77.
Very cool. Very
Wow.
cool.
I'll say
All right.
more later about.
We'll save you for
specifics.
last, buddy.
Yeah,
All right. How's that sound? Yeah, this movie was a mystery for me. I mean, I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to go with a
It's a
64.
fun rating. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun rating
That's a
for
fun
sure.
rating.
It's very fun. It's very deep. There's a few pitfalls that just got me stuck that I cannot ignore. So we'll talk about those later. But
Is this blood
it is
dripping
blood
off the six?
coming off
I
the
love it.
6. You know, just
Beautiful.
classic. So
Beautiful.
yeah, 64. Maybe this goes up a little bit, but that's a heavy, strong 64.
I'll get you there.
I'll say that.
Well, I'll get you there.
Yeah.
I'll get you up 2.
Yeah.
2 or 3.
All right, guys. I didn't like this one very much. I'm at a 37. Reagan is better.
Oh, no.
Reagan is a better movie than this. Sorry, guys.
No.
Everything about this movie just feels just a few points different from last week or last episode. Not a good movie. And here's the thing: I should like this movie because I like horror movies. I
Yeah.
like sci-fi.
I
movies.
thought for sure
I'm
you'd like this
disappointed
movie.
in your
I feel like
display
this-
for this.
I feel like this film is a mess. It tries so hard to be shocking and scary, and it succeeds a little bit, but mostly it just seems like just sort of just poorly stitched together story that kind of started with a really interesting idea, and they just didn't quite do justice to it. So I think it does get a few points for some good performances. I thought Laurence Fishburn was really good, and Sam Neill was something else. And there's a couple of pretty disturbing moments, which I think add to the sort of terror. But I think this is just kind of a misled and unnecessary film.
Wow, I'm surprised. I feel like if you like Blade, you like this movie for some reason. Like it
It's because
seems
of the
like
blood orgy.
yeah, it seems like it's like Blade in space. I mean, it's just like it's
Yeah.
not really, but you know what I mean. Like
Blade
so.
in space.
So I'm kind
Blaze.
of I'm surprised. I'm pleasantly intrigued.
now
just to
you
hear
guys
what-
can battle it out and
Yeah,
see
we're
who
gonna-
sways my score up or down.
Well, it'll go up.
Perfect.
Yeah, I also want to say like we can really dive into the sort of the lore of the I don't say lore, but like you can view this movie basically one of two ways, either supernatural or scientific. And I think the way that it was made was very much supernatural. Like we're talking about hell, we're talking about, this other dimension. But I have a hot take. And my hot take is that the movie is pure science 100%. And should be viewed that way, and I think holds up better if you do watch it that way. So and that'll be a theme, I think, as we look
Yeah,
at
I'm interested in hearing
some of the
more
way we
about that.
talk about it. But
Mhm.
I'm not in on the whole hell thing. I just don't think it doesn't make any sense. So.
Sure. All right, this is Critical Mess. Brian, Chris, producer Ben. Critics, audiences don't agree on this one.
Nope.
And we're here to talk about why. So, Brian, the critic of the critics.
Boy, the critics really did not like this, and I think that they came in with. I think that they unduly dismissed this movie. I think that what happened was they watched the movie and then they saw a whole bunch of gore and blood and almost like glorifying sort of hellish blood orgy scape, and it's almost like, all right, this movie sucks. Instead of sort of compartmentalizing that and going, okay, well, yeah, I don't prefer that scene, but the movie's actually doing something unique. And I didn't get a lot of that. I think the critics almost outright dismissed it. The consensus of the critics written by probably AI now. We used to think there was
Hope
this
so.
really clever copywriter guy, but like,
Yeah, they're wasting
Come
money
on.
if they're paying some
come on,
copyright.
this is so AI.
Copywriters are dead.
Coming
I'm a
from
copywriter. I can say that.
Yeah.
I can say that.
Right now, Nick is that forehead sweat emoji. That's who he is.
Yeah.
All right. Despite a strong opening that promises sci-fi thrills, Event Horizon quickly devolves into an exercise of style over substance, whose flashy effects and gratuitous gore fail to mask its over-reliance on horror cliches. John Petrakis, Chicago Tribune.
Parakis. Aractus?
Arrakis.
Who gives a crap?
Ooh, that's
Read
kind
his
of a
review.
badass last name.
No, it's Petrakis.
Arrakis.
That's
Oh,
baller.
okay.
John Petrakis.
Petrakis.
He's probably Greek.
I
or
thought it was.
something.
I kind of like Arrakis better.
Well, that's
Arrakis.
That's
That's
fucking
Dune.
Dune.
They're both
That's
good.
Dune.
Yeah, Dune.
Yeah.
oh
That's why I was.
Right.
That's why I stumbled on it.
yeah.
Arrakis.
I was like Aractus. Like
all right, John Petrakis. You wish you were Arrakis. Chicago Tribune. The sets are indeed terrific, and the special effects quite remarkable, as the chill of the uncertain future is mixed with a steamy Gothic past. But to paraphrase Winston Churchill, never have so many done so much to such little purpose. And I didn't have a question for the room. I just had thought, and I wrote down, bro, it's a survival horror flick. Like, have you ever seen a survival horror flick? This is how they work.
Yeah.
Was that it? Were you doing NPR voice there?
Huh?
Were you doing NPR voice there?
he was.
Well, the fact
was
that you
on
have
it.
to ask means I clearly wasn't.
I know. Well, there was just no setup.
It felt a little NPR voice.
Guys, okay, well, listen. Yes, it was.
Okay. I picked up on it.
Okay.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure.
How'd it make
because
you feel?
It made me feel a little unsteady.
Oh, God damn it. All right. Paul, I don't think you understand the pressure I'm under. All right, Paul Tatara, CNN.com. Don't worry. It's not you. It really doesn't make any sense. Does it make any sense?
I didn't think it
To
made a lot
the-
of sense. No, I fundamentally it made sense. I thought like the general premise
Mhm.
of the film made sense, but just the way it was like edited and cut together, especially kind of the beginning, like the first 15 minutes. Like I'm a little.
I
dense,
loved the first 15 minutes. They were beautiful and like mesmerizing.
but you're
wow.
much smarter than me.
No.
My-
I it didn't. There was
my
no dialogue in the first
Neanderthal
15
brain
minutes.
was just like, what's going on?
No,
here?
'cause the
Like,
first 15
where's
minutes,
the horror.
it goes right
not
into
where's
the-
the horror, but where's the just? I was having a hard time following the start of the movie. I just was.
Are you talking about like all the way up to where like they're explaining, like they're all around the table and they've woken up and stuff, or like?
I'm talking
talking about
about
the first-
basically up until the point where you see Laurence Fishburne piloting the ship for the first time.
Really? Okay.
In his swivel chair.
Fair enough.
Yes, we'll talk about that.
I
John.
love
Okay,
the-
good.
Did you know that shot, that one take shot where they zoom out of that day station? What's it called? The ISS,
The living
basically.
station.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by Earth, and they did that full 360, like
Showing the
super-
ship and the Earth.
That was a
everything.
third of the budget.
Wow.
That
Wow.
one sequence,
Cool shot.
and it was
It's
a really
insane.
cool shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what's funny is like today that shot would cost like $35.
Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And 700
And it's funny
special
because
effects artists in a
all
basement
of this
somewhere.
stuff. This is the stuff now that would cost a shit ton of money. All the actual practicals and miniatures. We're watching the scene where the Lewis and Clark is clamping onto the antenna array of the Event Horizon, and we're seeing external shots of model ships. Production stuff. What did you think it made sense, Chris?
I think to the untrained eye, or to the, I don't know, maybe that's what's weird is like I thought the critics would have more respect for this movie in long standing.
I think they probably warm on it now.
Yeah. Oh, how many of those reviews were from the last 20 years versus the last 2 years, 3 years?
So basically, with a movie like this, every critic review you're going to get is from when the movie came out.
Okay,
You're
got
not
it.
going to get critics reviewing. I mean, occasionally you will. Audience reviews, you're always getting the
That's
most.
what's
So
yeah.
that's what my point is. I think that I've watched so many videos about this movie, and it is very, very highly regarded by film critics on YouTube.
Yeah.
the whole array of them. It's hard to find somebody on YouTube that shits on this movie.
Yeah.
So that's why I would say I think the movie actually inexplicably held up way better than it had any right to, and I think critics now would, if they were to go back and
I wonder,
critique the movie,
and
that'd be a lot higher.
I'm really curious if it's a movie of its time that just got smashed in between, because apparently a lot of this movie got rushed because was it Paramount wanted to push this movie out before Titanic's release,
Mhm.
and so they smashed a lot of their timing forward so they could get this out as fast as possible, so it didn't just fall.
That makes sense. This movie feels rushed to me.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the biggest downfalls I have of this movie overall, and I think maybe that's why the script feels clunky, or like the visuals, like here and there, like they just rushed a lot of this.
Ben, what
So-
did you say? Ben, we were talking before the podcast, and you said that, what was it? How many months from start to release?
Yeah, it was 10 months from principal filming till release.
That's
which is-
crazy
Yeah,
short.
it is.
Visual
Like-
effects had, I think it said they had like a matter of weeks, like 4 to 6 weeks to finish all visuals for this movie.
That's
So you
crazy.
can tell in certain spots where they spent the money and where they chipped out. So
I think it makes total sense, but I also think that you could watch it in a way that makes it make no sense. And I like movies where you can sort of interpret both ways. So, Stephen Hunter, Washington Post. if you want to have that Event Horizon experience without spending the $7, try this instead. Put a bucket on your head. Have a loved one beat it vigorously with a wrench for 100 minutes. Same difference. And think of the gas you'll save. And my note was, $7?
I know.
The hell?
2004.
So you asked, were these reviews of the Times? Yeah, $7. These are from way back in the
Guys, AMC's got half price tickets on Tuesday, Wednesday now.
Yeah.
It's
Fun
like
fact.
$7.
Which is like, how much is that? I don't know how
That's
much
like
a ticket
$35
costs.
still.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Scott Rosenberg, salon.com. Ooh, salon.com. This is better. We better crank the NPR up to 11 here.
Yeah. Mhm.
Shit. How do I do it again?
You just enunciate.
Slow and high enunciate.
Slow.
Is it like AMSR kind of?
A little bit.
That,
Is that too much?
I like
You
what
got
you're
to
doing
pull
right
the
there.
you got to pull the raspiness
Yeah.
out a little bit.
Move my beard aside.
There you go.
It's as if any glint of subtlety has been swallowed by a black hole.
Now that.
That was salon.com. I mean, I don't even know what salon.
That was NPR voice.
That was only allowed on salon.com.
Now you do NPR voice like that. Do it like that.
Yeah, so my question there, so they mentioned no subtlety. Did the movie lack subtle? I'm not saying was the movie subtle. I'm just asking a slightly different question. Did it lack needed subtlety to you in any way?
That was not the problem for me.
Yeah,
Did it
me
lack
neither.
subtlety? Or it needed to lack subtlety? Is that what you're saying?
Did it lack? Do you think it needed to have more subtlety, or was it fine in the subtlety department?
I think it was fine. It depends on what you're looking at. I think the visuals makes you think one thing and it kind of hits you in the face with the whole hell thing. But also from an untrained eye, like the cinematography in this film, you look at each scene to scene, the set pieces, how they inspired it all from cathedrals and like old religious textbooks and imagery.
It's Gothic, like Notre Dame inspired,
It's
right?
beautiful. I mean, it's just
Especially
it's insane.
the gravity well chamber was.
But
like,
I think it's also funny because none of it, the ship makes sense. Why in the F would you make the ship look the way it looks for that? And so it's very
crucifix symbolism, which is all over the movie. By the way,
yeah, it's everywhere. So,
The
but
ship-
also
the ship
just
shape
the
and everything.
visuals, like how there's 14,000 rivets instead of 16. It just seems odd that you wouldn't just do a straight panel of steel.
it's dirty space. It's dirty, dingy
It is
space,
very
which is my
dirty space.
favorite kind of space.
That's what I'm
movies.
wondering. Like, did a lot of these critics just have a problem with it coming out around the time of what Matrix and all these other space sci-fi movies and the cutting edge of all the CG at the time? Or
I mean,
were they tired of it at
so
the time?
so far, what they're saying is it doesn't do anything. It doesn't have a purpose to exist.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't have any subtlety. And the one guy just wants to save gas money and use a bucket. I don't know. So that's what they're saying so far. As far as the subtlety goes, I did a deep dive on this movie. I mean, there is so much intentionality with the production design. There's so much symbolism. Almost every scene you can see eye symbolism, like pupil, iris, eye, the gravity well, everything
Hidden
plays into
skulls and
eyes.
eyeballs.
There's like
Even
Roman numerals of 13 places, and there's a lot of I think subtlety that they just leave on the frame and they don't point out, and then you get it on second and third watch, which I appreciate. How about Roger Ebert, Chicago Sun-Times? Should I read it like Roger Ebert used to talk? Or just all NPR? All the time?
Well, you can't
all
read it
NPR.
like he's current.
I know, Ben. It's... Jesus, man. Savage.
See, these are the kind of jokes you get cut out.
But then it's just us laughing by ourselves.
It's all style, climax, and special effects. The rules change with every scene. Was the movie inconsistent to you?
I think that was the genius of this film from just an experience standpoint, a visual standpoint. I think it was beautiful. I mean, their sets were unreal. I think the CG they made some choices with the CG water, what they call it, not water.
Coolant.
Coolant. Yeah. And some of the CG was just so bad, and you can tell that they rushed certain things to make up for others. All the ships looked unbelievable, but then you have this weird thing that continues to show up, that water, that vapor or whatever it is. So that seems odd to me, but overall, I think it's beautiful to look at.
I think those effects, the rendering was dated, but I think the physics of those were pretty good. Like when the gravity kicks in and everything falls down.
Yeah.
I think that stuff's pretty cool. Nick, what'd you think? Was the movie inconsistent, or was it just consistently bad for you?
I am out of alcohol. That is not good.
Like, he's just not answering me.
I will continue to talk to you about this while he gets a drink.
What would you like?
Sorry, inconsistencies.
First things first, alcohol. What can we get for you?
Well, I'll answer your question. It was about inconsistencies in the film or something, right?
Did the film feel inconsistent to you, or was it consistently bad?
No, I do feel like it kind of felt okay. I'll even give it this a little bit. I felt it was somewhat inconsistent. I felt by design, like because such crazy weird shit keeps happening that it's like, yes, thank you.
Oh my God, Ben's going to be on camera for the first time ever.
Oh my God,
and you can't cut this because Nick just said something so profound.
He did
while you were moving about.
That's right.
Oh shit.
No, I'm done.
I think that he's onto something though by design. The whole aspect of this film, like from scene to scene, if you looked at the cinematography, like the actual shot for shot, every other shot feels either perfectly symmetrical or it feels wildly obscure or obtuse or just like it feels off kilter or it's at an angle. So I think that's the interesting thing about this film. It makes you feel uneasy as the film
Speaking
progresses.
of uneasy, we're seeing the gravity well open for the first time, and that is just some next level production design. I love that, how dreadful that chamber is. All right, last one. Ian Nathan, Empire Magazine. It doesn't just borrow from fine antecedents, it takes their future shock value to new heights, using genuinely original effects and creepy camera work to great effect. And placing Fishburn at its heart is a fine move. The man oozes credibility. I like that review a lot. And I just wanted to talk about Laurence Fishburne for a second. I think he grounds this movie. I think he, as Captain Miller, I think he's always making the right decision in this movie. He's always worrying about survival. And I can't think of many people that I'd want in the helm in that role than Laurence Fishburne. Like,
I think
he just
the best part of the movie.
Yeah, he commands this crew.
I also love that word antecedent.
Yeah,
I don't see that one much.
I practiced this one earlier today because when that word came up, I was like, "What is that word?"
Good one.
So I'll say that, and I'll also say that I love my favorite. Speaking of Laurence Fishburne, my favorite line in the movie is not the one Cooper says to the girl at the beginning. That's low hanging fruit. We might get to that in a hot pocket probably, but it's when Laurence Fishburne sees like the crazy log stuff and all the stuff, and he like turns it off and he goes, "We're leaving." I just love how he makes decisions.
He's very practical.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's a nice precursor to him in The Matrix, I feel like. I guess he shot this back to back.
Oh, wow. His hair changed a lot. So I think critics are just dismissing it because they just think it's campy gore. And I don't really see a lot of discourse about like deeper themes here. So I don't know. That's where they're at.
Yeah. Audience is much different. I think these last 10, 12 years is where my reviews all come from. So another unknown 5 out of 5 stars. The perfect balance between psychological horror and Lovecraftian monsters will strike terror into your heart, wondering about the infinitely terrifying beings that exist in the universe. I think that's interesting because it talks about your sci-fi aspect rather than hell and like the theoretical kind of aspects of them finding hell.
Did I miss the Lovecraftian monsters? I didn't really...
Lovecraftian monsters in the human nature that they're, I don't know.
I don't know. This guy's way too smart for me. So, you know,
that is the smartest critic
this
audience review I've read in a while.
What would they rate it?
5 out of 5.
Oh, well, there's
yeah.
I thought that was them.
No,
I respect the 3.5 out of 5 all day long.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Another one, 3.5 out of 5. Entertaining enough, but lacking any real substance. Okay. Deep Horizon falls closer to the...
Did they watch Deep Horizon?
That's all right. So I wanted to read this
Mark
because...
Wahlberg.
Yeah. Deep Horizon, so obviously typo, falls closer to the guilty pleasure category. The film wears its influences on the sleeves, invoking Alien 2001.
Okay, so this is the right
before
one.
that's, yeah. Before devolving into a strange Hellraiser fanfic. So we've all seen, Hellraiser. At the least, the actors are putting in a full committed performance, and the visuals are still pretty decent considering the film is 20 years old.
Oh, highly agree.
I think the visuals in this are 90% there. The 10% that took me out, like the water effects,
CGI,
the weird floating through space and like things like that at the end, I think that's where it's like I look at those things and think, how the fuck do you go and make the visuals of the ships in sky and clouds to the practical effects of the ships?
Look how the lights come
how do you
back
make all
on.
this look so damn good? and then you go and just screw it up by throwing in, oh, I think we could do like a water effect of like coolant flying around.
I wonder
like,
if that was the 10-month problem. You know what I mean?
It
Like I
had
wonder
to-
because that stuff's done in post, and it's like
Yeah.
if they were rushed,
Yeah.
I wonder if they were just too
like
rushed.
there are things they said on screen. They're telling the actors, oh yeah, when you walk in, look to your right, and the bubble's going to hit you in the face and fly off.
Yeah.
So they knew what they were going to do ahead of time. They just made those choices odd. So
I like the idea that this is in 2035.
2047.
2047?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I missed
2035 was the first.
they had too many dates.
Yeah.
The first manned space station on the moon.
that. No, it was
In
2025 was
the
first
moon.
man. Yeah.
2035 was the
the mining.
Mars
Mhm.
mining
Yeah.
on the Mars, and then 2040 where they sent Event Horizon out, and this 2047.
Mars has all the
okay.
ladies, remember?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because these guys we're all going to be on shore leave, and they were like, "Fuck, we got to go to Neptune."
Yeah.
Did you make it through the first half?
No.
Got through that.
Okay.
Another one, 3.5 out of 5. It's kind of a tragic how poorly Event Horizon was received upon its initial release. Even though a few of the special effects are definitely questionable by today's standards, the story still flows and the practical effects are very well done.
Yeah.
Gruesome, and it's gruesome and utilized the great effects, with the nightmare sequences adding to the overall disorientation of the very strong and talented cast supporting the characters. You have very entertaining horror sci-fi film that is still enjoyable today, which I strongly agree at a 7 out of 10 kind of score range or 3.5 out of 5. I think that tracks. I think
I'm with them. That's a great review.
yeah, it's an incredible review. I think it's so interesting that he touches on the gore and the acting. I think was just top.
Well, and I like the word. Did he use the word disorientation? Okay,
yes.
and I think that they intentionally did that in the beginning because the movie freaking starts with a dream sequence, which we're going to talk about. That's something Nick's talked about before, but it starts with someone waking up from a dream, or so we think, and then there's like a jump scare immediately. 2 jump scares that are false jump scares, and then you've got like the spinning of this. It's very disorienting, and I like that.
Something very quickly. I brought this up in an episode a long time ago, but I used to read a lot of screenwriting books because I was interested in such a thing, and I remember explicitly in this pretty famous screenwriting book. I think it was Save the Cat is the one that this comes from.
I've heard you reference that book before.
It says never start a movie with someone waking up.
Huh.
Never do it. It's the ultimate cliche.
So what's
Which is
the
funny
what-
because a
what's-
lot of young directors will start a movie or their college film essay as them waking up and doing.
Yeah, it's just
Or end,
And now
or end your movie.
YouTubers
with-
do the same thing.
so-
what do you guys remember the movie we've done recently where it starts with somebody waking up from a dream?
Yeah.
What is it?
Come true.
Yeah, Come True. Check out
Come
Come
True.
True. You've never heard of it?
Did we all
It
highlight?
also,
trust me.
it also ends with them waking up.
Did we all highlight
No, it
rate
doesn't. That's why it's a good movie because you don't know.
yeah, good movie. I
It
agree.
was all a dream.
All right, last one, 4.5 out of 5 by Pedro R. This one has a name from 2025, so this is within the last few weeks. A gem of a sci-fi romp that mixed horror with the spacefaring in a new and exciting way. Never quite taking itself seriously enough to be campy while also maintaining a level of tension throughout. It certainly isn't for everyone, but those who appreciate the gratuitous, gory highs of doom and dead space owe it to themselves to see the tome from whence it came.
That was written by AI.
That sounds like
So,
AI,
okay.
and I had to ask you
First
for
of all,
the
I want
tome
to
from whence it
disagree
came.
with something about that. I think this movie takes itself very seriously to
Correct.
a fault.
Yeah.
Like that's part of, and I understand some horror movies, sometimes they do that and that is part of the horror genre, but I don't know. I could have used this movie taking itself a little less seriously. I don't know. Am I wrong on that?
I wonder if they miswrote that because their sentences never quite taking itself seriously enough to be campy. And I feel like if something's campy, it's not taking itself seriously.
Right.
And that's why it's campy.
Oh, interesting.
And so I
Yeah.
wonder if they meant to phrase
I
that
feel like
differently.
This is definitely an AI written.
It feels like
review.
it.
This is a
yeah,
human.
they don't know what the hell
they're.
they don't know what emotions are.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, good job, guys. We did it.
All right.
Good selections, Chris. I like this.
Critical Mess, sponsored by Slow Cut.
Thanks.
Slow cut.
Slow Cut, Old Elk. We don't do fast cut around here,
Well, we do a shot of that right before we start.
Well, yeah, we don't talk about that. Not on air. Also sponsored by Modelo. Thank you. Onkyo.
Label in.
tell.
Label in.
Thank you.
Yeah, he can't even be bothered to
Look,
turn
guys,
the label.
they only pay us like $100,000.
Yeah, they don't.
They're not a top tier
Yeah.
Ambrosialist.
There's no
level.
clause that says we have to hold the.
Yeah, they're not they're not the Excelsior level.
They had one of the worst contracts we've ever
Can we work
reviewed.
that into? Is there a show called The Excelsiorist?
Oh man, I think that's
Oh
our
my
new
God. Spin off.
Yeah,
Spin off.
the
Let's
Excelsior.
workshop it a little
At
bit.
NBC?
Yeah,
by
we're
Brian Cox.
Well, Brian Cox is the
producer.
filthiest.
I can always count on Nick to bring a beautiful word and then me to bastardize it. That's just a wonderful teamwork we have.
Onkyo?
Onkyo.
Onkyo.
Ecstasy.
Onkyo.
What was it? Ecstasy for your eardrums? What was it called? What was
An earful of ecstasy.
An ear full of
Onkyo.
ecstasy.
Was that what you said it was?
That was, no, that's it.
Okay.
That's it. We're
remembered it.
We're workshopping. We're workshopping. And the Ambrosialist. We'll get to more of that later. We're going to flip the script. If we gave the film a good review, we're going to talk about what we didn't like and vice versa. And we're going to say one thing. We're going to say one thing. And I'll get started. Bad review. Good atmosphere in this film. Good alien-inspired, Alien, I mean the film Alien-inspired atmosphere. Like you said, kind of gritty space, at work in space, interesting. And then they did a good job of that sort of all the ambiance that comes with that. Liked it.
I'm going to go negative, obviously. So I think, again, I've said it before, the CG on select few parts of this film just completely took me out of the world and out of the experience of the film.
You're such a visual guy.
I wouldn't
I love it. I
be
like
so
that.
difficult with it if everything else didn't look so beautiful. Like the ship, like the detail, the color, like everything about it just looked stunning. And so I think for me, those pieces took it out.
Have you ever seen a spaceship that's dark? Like it was like you look inside like the space shuttle and it's always everything's white and sterile. Not here. They were like, we're going to make this a flying
Dirty, grungy metal.
Notre Dame cavern. I like that though. My thing. I like this movie. The one thing that I wish they would do different is that I wish they would just do less explaining about the hell dimension. I wish they would just, and actually I think they could have done a lot worse. They could have way over explained and like actually taken you to where they went and shown this hellscape and try to, whatever, which they didn't do, luckily. You kind of got a little of that when you look at the log, the captain's log stuff, but that's still all on the ship. I'm glad we at least didn't get to see the other side of the gateway. Thank you for that. But I wish they just would have done a little bit less describing and dialogue about hell, the dark inside me, and that we don't need eyes where we're going. And again, I'm fine with that stuff, but just ratchet up the mystery about 10% and ratchet down like the explaining about 10%, and then I'm good with it.
Cool. Yeah, we have tightened that segment. Tightened it right up.
We got at least 2 extra Hot Pocket flavors now.
Oh boy.
At least.
Tighten that right up. All right, now we're on to Marky Mess.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
That's right. Segment where we rename the film. I've got a few. They're stupid, but someone else can start.
So I wanted a new direction with this time. I renamed this movie based on how 10 other famous directors, if 10 other famous directors would have directed it, what would it be named?
Look at all this thought.
So here's an example.
Oh boy.
Talk about coming up from ChatGPT over here.
Hey, whoa.
It's
I
an
did
extension
not.
of our consciousness.
Hang
It's
on.
fine.
All right,
I used ChatGPT for 2 of them.
Everything.
All right.
All right.
Wachowskis. This is all me. If the Wachowskis directed this, it'd have been called Cloud Horizon Neptune Descending. Sorry, Neptune Descending.
Neptude.
Neptune, not Neptune.
Neptune.
Just call it Neptune.
I'm sick of your bad
Sick of that
Neptune.
Neptune. Straighten up.
Give me a lot of Neptune right now.
Sorry, Cloud Horizon Neptune Descending. That's
Mhm.
I'm going to go with a simple one. Hell Finds a Way.
Hmm.
That's
Oh, I get
Jurassic
it.
Park
Jurassic
connection with Sam
There you
Neill.
go. There you go.
Yeah, I'm in a similar category. The hell was that?
Well, I'll just say if Jordan Peele directed it, it'd be called Hell No.
Hell no.
Hell no. That's a good one. We're right on the line here. Hellhole. Right? No?
No, that's good.
There's a hole.
I'm kind of saving my applause for the end.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. 2001 Ways to Die.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Sofia Coppola. Lost in Transition.
Okay. This is just quite the concept you've got going here right now.
I couldn't. I was having trouble, and then I just
Yeah.
dawned on me.
No. It's very deep. Bloody Mess. Uh-huh.
The Devil's I already messed it up. The Devil's Astronaut.
The devil's ass.
The Devil's Ass. Well, we'll get into that later.
Movie's got some Neptude. What you got,
Thanks,
Nick?
guys. Evil Holes.
I mean, yeah, correct.
I've seen that porn.
I'll play off this one as well. Spaceballs Deep.
I've also seen that porn.
Yeah, I've seen that.
If Catherine Bigelow directed it, it would have been called Zero Dark Gravity.
Nice. Very nice. Ben, you've definitely seen this one. Exploring the Evil Holes.
Oh, yeah. I got that one on DVD.
Not Blu-ray?
Yeah. 4K.
The last one I got, The Final Frontier.
Mm.
A whole lot of evil.
All right, I love it.
It's hard to find that one.
Michael Bay would have directed Black Hole Down.
Nice.
That's good.
This is the original one that, Ben, I know you have in your collection, The Bat Hole.
Yeah. That's on the Criterion Collection.
Weirdly also starring.
It's a really highbrow auteur kind of movie there. Spielberg would have directed Close Encounters of the Third Circle of Hell.
Nice. Space Bland. It's like Space Jam. It's not very good.
That's good. That's more on my theme. You should have sent me that one.
This one's for you, Grizz. If Chris Nolan directed it, it would have been Gravitas.
Nice.
Just
with
one
an
word.
upside down V.
Yeah, there you go. Wait.
Nice.
As the A's.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a cool logo.
Yeah.
There's two upside down V's and a right side up V. Chris Nolan, get on it.
Yeah. Smart.
All right.
Oh, no. The sponsor's getting him.
I got two more, Nick.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, please. Hit us with one.
Oh, are you done?
I got one more.
Okay, I'll let you save yours for the end because it's probably funny. Mine
No,
aren't.
it's not good.
David Lynch.
Mhm.
We all love David Lynch. I think it would have been called something like The Astronaut Who Dreamed of Screaming Meat.
Screaming Meat?
Meat.
Screaming Meat.
Yes.
You need a street.
how do
you
you
need
have-
like a street
That's
name on
literally
there.
the name of my new metal band. It's like, how did you...
Screaming Meat?
Screaming Meat, yeah.
That was one of my two.
We
That was
play like
that
kind
was
of
one of my two that was
thrash.
AI.
Yeah, okay.
I said AI, what if David Lynch directed Event Horizon, and it gave me 10, and one of them was that one. So
Screaming Meat. That's
But the
another
rest-
t-shirt we'll need.
the rest
Yeah,
were mine,
yeah.
including my last
I'm
one was
gonna have that one,
mine.
yeah.
Spike Lee. Spike Lee would have directed Black Hole, Black Astronaut.
Okay. Yep. Accurate.
We had two black astronauts in this movie. Love it. It was great. That's all I got. We're done. Marquee mess.
Oh, wait, I had one
Oh,
more.
yeah. Sorry.
But it sucks, too. So that's like...
Just say
Well,
it.
now we waited.
No, Dr. Grant's No Good, Very Bad Day.
Once again, a Jurassic Park reference. I love it.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, Critical Mess. We're sponsored. Onkyo. Experience real sound. That's not very good. Everything does sound better with Onkyo, though. Onkyo, though. Excuse
Earful
me.
of ecstasy.
An earful of ecstasy is what we're workshopping, though. I think it's...
Wait, and when you get an earful, it's not a good thing.
What about like
Let's change
It's
it.
not...
No, when you don't ever want to get an earful of some. It's like too much of it.
If it's beautiful
Here we
sound,
go.
yeah.
Here, no, guys, I got it.
I
This
got
is
it.
the copywriter in me. Here.
Okay.
We're just going to cut it down. Ear ecstasy.
Ear ecstasy.
Yeah.
Ear ecstasy.
what about
Ear ecstasy.
ear boners brought to you by Onkyo?
We're going to work on that as well.
I was so glad you went full, just
Yeah.
went for it.
We're...
I'd buy that brand. I
Yeah.
mean, it stands out.
I, to be honest, I would too.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess we're on to something.
Hey, here we are.
What's our next segment?
No, we're still
Oh, shit.
lots more sponsors, man. Oh, don't you want this money? Don't you want this paper?
I'm all in on our new
Please.
streamlined format. I've got
Yeah,
this
we're
pressure
trying
to
to-
get through.
No.
How do you think
yeah,
we
no,
budget
no.
for these bigger picture show posters?
Yeah, we got to get that paper, guys. All right, Old Elk. We pretty much stopped trying, except for they're slow cut now, and we're into the slow cut.
Yeah, worth mentioning.
Old Elk, they've also stopped trying.
Yeah, exactly. But we still love you, Old Elk. We always will. Ben? This week on The Ambrosialist, 9/8 Central, this fall on NBC.
And you got 2.5 minutes.
I know.
Long dramatic pause.
Held in a ramshackle Filipino jungle prison by rogue paramilitary anti-imperialists, Teddy Danson is desperate. He's low on water and high on local salvia, and he hatches an escape plan, only to realize he's smoked himself stupid. Now he's desperate.
Wait, what happened?
That's not 2.5.
No, it gives
Oh,
it
okay.
gives
Sorry,
out.
okay,
It
sorry,
gives
sorry,
out.
okay.
It's for the dramatic pauses.
Okay, yeah, we're good. No,
God,
we're good.
No,
No, we're good. We're good. Desperate, hungry, and alone. Intel on the horizon. An object blocking the sun. Is it a cloud, a plane? No.
It's a
It's the
bluesman.
Ambrosialist.
damn, what a cut.
As the Ambrosialist, a master balloonsman, drifts his hot air balloon closer. Teddy Danson sees his son. He's not alone. He's with Wet Willie,
Oh my God.
the ancient whiskey salesman, played by Brian Goodday for the Crow's Cocks. And this time, It's not the whiskey he's bringing. It's the bullets. And the whiskey.
Do you want me to do a fake like?
And the whiskey.
Yeah, there.
Okay,
Yeah, I wish I could.
That was it.
Give
right
me a
there.
nod and I'll give you a boom.
Yeah. All right, let's try that one more time. Ready? It's not the whiskey he's bringing. It's the bullets
Why'd you say it like that?
and the whiskey.
And the whiskey.
All right, Ben will edit that.
Great
Yeah,
show.
that's what, hey, way to go.
How
No, he
are
won't.
people not watching that?
Yeah, I mean they are. That's the thing.
That's too popular.
Yeah, look at the graphics.
There's some
for the
people that
show.
aren't watching it.
Yeah, I mean obviously we've got
God.
promotional materials.
Yeah.
Okay. Tharks. There it is.
Scientific exploration at what cost? Can you?
Okay, themes and arcs.
Yeah.
Themes and
I'm
arcs.
trying to make
Tharks.
this quick for
No,
you.
no,
You
I
got
really-
me all
I-
jumbled.
Brian, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate that.
I got you, boo.
Thank you.
All right, so we're doing themes and arcs here, right? And I think there's some good themes here. I don't necessarily know about arcs, but some themes. Again, scientific exploration at what cost? We have human lives being sacrificed for this unknown technology we've developed, and if we can get to Proxima Centauri or the next star system, that is such a boon for mankind. That is it worth loss of life? You know, it's that age-old question. What's appropriate? Another one would be: can you trust your own senses? Especially when you've experienced acute trauma, which 3 of the characters have experienced acute trauma in their lives. And those are the 3 that the ship messes with. So somehow the ship is dealing with trauma. So can you trust your senses? Everyone's constantly, remember the scene where Miller, Captain Miller's one of the 3 people who have had a trauma in his life. He's up against the ship and he's like trying to come to his senses. So I don't know. I like that theme. What can you trust? And then I have overcoming grief and guilt. So remember, Miller had the crew member who he locked in the guy who burnt to death. Peters, her son, she left her son.
Her sixth son.
Yeah, her sixth son. So she's got that guilt. And then Weir, his wife committed suicide. So they've got these big traumas in their life. Just a couple more, Nick, real quick. The boundaries of our scientific understanding and a sub-theme of other dimensions. That was my favorite part of this movie because you know, there's that quote. I meant to look it up. Shit, I feel like this is how Theo Von talks. He just kind of like comes up with shit. But there's a quote out there, and it's like, "Technology sufficiently advanced is indistinguishable from magic or whatever." You know, and so that's you got. If you don't understand it, it's got to be God, right? But really, it's just we just don't understand it yet. And I think that this movie plays on that. I think that everything can be explained through science. It's just so much more advanced than we understand. Stranded survival is a cool theme, and finally, Christian and hell imagery all throughout as a sub theme of the movie. So that's what I had.
Nailed it.
Do you have nothing to say?
Don't let Nick bully you. You talk as long as you want.
No.
during this.
I was shocked. I thought they're
Actually, Ben bullied
He
you.
nailed
by
a lot of
hitting the
those.
sound
I think
effect.
he nailed a lot of those. I had all the character beats. He already named them. I think from a cinematography standpoint, I think this is where the visual cues, the things that are all in the background, nothing in the focus. Like, yes, the crosses, like those visuals, I think are pretty heavy-handed. You see the ship is literally across, the windows are X's. Like, there's a lot of visual cues there. But I think the whole like cathedral style architecture of this entire ship and how they're exploring it. And as you go through the film, they become more complex. I don't know if anybody noticed that. It was a simple kind of dirty ship, but all the pieces get smaller and smaller. The backgrounds, you can see everything gets more detailed. Everything gets more complex. It gets more confusing. The corridors go different directions. And then the shots become perfectly symmetrical, and then they go weird, cockeyed, strange
Like Dutch
angles.
angle
Yeah,
almost?
not
Yeah.
like even Dutch angles.
There's some
or
Dutch angles in the big
down low,
corridor.
up high. Like I think that's what got me the most. Where out in this second watch, I watched it twice. On the second watch, I was like just catching all these things over and over again. I'm like, geez, like it really heavy in the visuals, and I think it makes you feel a certain way. And I think that's where the enjoyability came even more as I watched it over and over again. And I don't know. I think that's one of those interesting things. And then the whole, like, you can talk about the 9 circles of hell, like the visuals behind that. There's a lot of interesting things about Renaissance paintings. So all the deaths wrap around specifically Renaissance paintings. So you have religious artwork and Gothic architecture, the symmetry, all these things all connect back to like, what was the young boy's name?
Oh yeah.
You didn't talk about him, but I think his death was very reminiscent of like he was the definition of innocence, and that's why he survived, because he saw a glimpse of hell, or he saw the glimpse of darkness, and immediately went to it and saw all the horrible things with it, but he still survived. I think it's because if you have some good in you, you're going to, So I think that's interesting.
That. I didn't think about that.
So there might have been more with the characters, but I think visually this movie was just killer on that. So
Yep.
yeah.
You guys done?
Great job.
That's nice.
That was the. I didn't know.
That was so good.
We needed some help.
I didn't know our board could play.
These guys wouldn't shut up. Am I right? Good Lord. Jeez.
Wow, like you watched it for a reason?
Yeah, we watched this movie for a reason.
Man. Okay. Thank God we're going to Brian's Corner. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Brian's Corner. It's going to be a nice short one tonight because the movie actually is kind of a short movie. So, you know what? I really want to talk about this movie so much that I don't even want to go away from this movie. Brian's Corner is going to be all about Event Horizon tonight. And what I want to do is just list real quick movie tropes done right. Event Horizon edition. So I've got a couple of movie tropes here that this movie does. And I don't know if you have a comment, make it. If not, just
do you want to define what a movie trope is for you?
Yeah. I guess a movie trope would be like something that you see. It's like a repetitive mechanism in movies. So like
sort of maybe a storytelling device usually, but
it's like a mechanic in order to it could be for comedic effect. It can be for any effect really, but narrative or storytelling. And it's here's an example. The studio logo hijack, right? Sometimes in movies, especially more and more nowadays, you'll see, when I say the studio logo, I mean like the stars dancing down and going around the Paramount or the Sony or the Columbia or whatever it is.
Lightning bolt, let's go.
Those are all studio logos, and I love when a movie does a hijack of that. A famous example is The Matrix, when you get the Warner Brothers and it's in green.
Really
You never even see the original logo. It's all green and it's got that like CRT washover. So I love a good studio logo hijack, but I also think they're done too frequently. And I don't think every movie needs to hijack the studio logo. Just let it play. But I love how they do it.
I feel like Warner Brothers does it more than most. Like, especially like if you look at Harry Potter from 1 till 8, it progressively hijacks the logo more and more and makes it more dark,
cool,
and demonic.
That's cool. I think that's neat.
Each passing movie was more darker, and it kind of aged with the audience, which is
And then when you get into the 8th one and it's all like dark and gloomy, you're like, oh fuck, we're in for it. Yeah.
And so in this example here, we have the Paramount Mountain, and then I think in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, we had a similar sort of Paramount Mountain collage, but in this one it was great because they literally took that logo as it plays in, and then they just zoom in on it. The sky goes black. You go past the mountain. That techno music starts playing, and you go right into sort of the credits in that black hole. So you immediately know what kind of movie you're in. So anyway, I thought that was a cool studio trope. Another one is completely black background with white futuristic font being typed across the screen. I know that's hyper specific, but I feel like the great like Blade Runners and Aliens and Terminators and those type of movies just set the stage. It's very serious. It's very stark.
Movie, well, we'll hot pocket this, but did a lot of that.
There's a lot of typing of the white, and I love that futuristic font. You know what I mean by the futuristic font, where like the 2 is weird and the 0. Anyway.
Yeah.
How about starting a movie waking up from a dream?
Yeah, stupid.
What
Classic.
do we think? Yeah,
I mean, I've seen it so many times.
I think I liked it done in this movie for specific reasons, but again, it's a dangerous game to play. How about really dirty spaceships?
Yeah, always fun.
Yeah,
that never gets old.
Yeah, love a dirty spaceship. How about chiding a scientist for not using layman's terms?
Yeah,
for the audience.
Way to go, Brainiac.
Love it.
Yeah,
You go. It's like literally in one breath. Can you fucking explain it to us? And then he starts explaining. They're like, whoa. Stop it!
I know. Ironically, it wasn't like even that like crazy. It was just like
I know. I was like following easily.
Aren't you guys astronauts? Like what the fuck?
How do you not know about this?
How did you make it to space?
Yeah, it's like
here's a good one, and I think this is the movie that started it. How about a wormhole being explained by folding a piece of paper in half and sticking a pencil through a hole?
Was this the first one?
This had to be.
It had an early one.
close.
It was an early one. I mean, Interstellar definitely stole from this.
Right.
Yeah.
So did that other movie. God, I was gonna make a list. Anyway,
It's fine.
it's a thing.
It's a thing. Yeah.
How about huge exterior ship flybys for scale? I love that. Star Wars does that so well. In that very first scene where you see that Corellian Corvette go by, and then you see this ginormous fly, and that's a practical camera flyby. I don't know what you call it in the movie, but I'm calling it a flyby. Obviously, it's a camera move.
They're flying. The cameras are flying.
The camera's moving, and it's moving in a way that makes you feel the scale of the ship.
also Dune. Great at that.
Yeah.
Dune. Yeah.
Actually, Spaceballs sort of riffed on Star Wars with a huge. You remember the beginning of Spaceballs? Or I don't know if it was the beginning, but they were showing like the evil ship, and it just kept going forever.
You know they're making another Spaceballs.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. And Mel Brooks
is coming back,
gonna be,
baby.
like I don't know if he's in it, but I think he actually is in it.
He better
Absolutely
already
has to be.
He better already be
Yeah.
in it. He's 97
He's like
years old.
the Yoda guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to tell you something
That's so
right
cool.
now. Fuck that movie.
Oh, come on.
Fuck that movie.
Spaceballs. He's
Brian.
100 years old, man.
that
Let him
movie.
do what he wants.
Yeah.
Not Spaceballs. Spaceballs 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
fuck that movie.
okay.
let the
Got it.
man have fun. He's 100.
He's had way too much fun. Have you seen some of his
He's had a lot
schlock?
of
It's
fun.
pretty bad.
He's had some bad. He's had some bad stuff.
We just reviewed Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah, I had a low review on that. Here's a couple more. How about a team infighting? I love a team of people infighting, and there's different fights, and someone's squelching this one. Then there's something breaks up here. A team of 8 or 7 people. I love that. And you have like Smith versus Weir, DJ versus Smith, Cooper versus Weir, Miller versus Smith, Miller versus Weir. There's all these pairs. I tried to count how many infights there were. Really ratchets up the tension, especially when you think that it's someone who's on your side, and then all of a sudden they turn, and it plays on that sort of like claustrophobic small group of people who's being picked off one by one, and no one can trust anyone. I like that feel.
Yeah.
Two
They
more.
really did
Like
play
the
each
thing.
other against each other.
Yeah.
That was
the
really
ship
nice.
played
Yeah.
them against each other.
I think that's of it.
2 more. When someone sees a countdown timer at the last second and realizes their fate, and you get that look.
I want to talk about that scene. We will talk.
They
about
see
that
it,
scene.
and then they kind of. And my favorite example of this is Jeff Daniels in Speed, when they go to the house and he realizes that there's the bomb.
So much better. Than
and he
this
just
one.
shows a close up of their face. I think this one does a great job
No,
too.
there's a huge flaw in
there's
this one,
a
right?
disarm button that he
Yeah,
doesn't click,
yeah.
and he has 6 whole seconds. To click.
Yeah, that's kind of a
Let's just
gigantic
not worry
fucking
about that.
problem.
Well, maybe he had to click disarm and
It
enter like a
literally
long
says
password.
disarm.
Have you seen
It's
the interview with him explaining how he acted that? Have you seen this?
No.
So he
did good.
Oh my God. He was like agonizing over how he would play that. And he didn't know if he needed, there were lines he could say or things he could do. And he thought it was too kitschy.
How would you play that? That'd
So
be hard.
he got direction from, I can't remember what film he was inspired by or who he called to ask about this, but he tensed his face up and then he let all of it out.
Oh,
And like you can just
that's a good
watch
way to do it.
his eyes drop, his face drop, his chin, his cheeks, like, and you feel it in that moment. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, like not to read a line and have that control.
So there's
to
an
do that.
interview with him about that.
Yeah,
scene?
and he describes it in length on
Oh,
like
I wanna
who he
see that.
talked to and like how he discussed how he was going to do that.
It'd be a it'd be a
Could
lot
have just
to
pressed disarm.
Yeah.
Saved all that trouble. All that acting.
ask. Yeah, fuck acting.
All
We don't
that
want to
work.
see acting.
Yeah.
All right, my last one's for you, Nick.
Uh-huh.
I kind of don't want to give it to you,
Oh, no.
but I'm just kidding.
Yeah, please.
A final fake out twist at the very end. You know, you're always talking about that, and this had it. This had the fake out. You know, she's having they come rescue her or them, and he flips up his face mask, and oh no, it's
Yeah,
him, and then
yeah.
she really does wake up. So
Respect.
yeah,
Respect.
so and that happens a lot. You know, nice little fake.
Is the
outs.
wake up thing weird here now that I think about it? Like, is it strange that because they were asleep, they were in their like the hyperbaric chamber or whatever it is, and they awoken from what, multiple days, weeks, months?
72 hours. That's more symbolism. It was 3 days, and that's like
Like
resurrection
Jesus.
symbolism.
Oh,
It's
okay,
exactly
got it.
72
Okay,
hours they were
cool.
rescued.
I thought it was 72 days.
72 hours. And
Okay.
and it also mentioned that no, was it 72
No,
days?
72 days. Yeah,
Sorry,
72 days.
days.
Yeah, I was
You're
like,
right, 72
3
days.
days.
But it's still a
Yeah.
it's still a reference
very.
to 3
Yes.
days. And I will say that there's theories out there that they never get off the ship. So there's a lot of ways you can interpret the end of this. So that was Brian's Corner. Thanks for joining me. We now know about movie tropes.
Now it's time for our most legendary, most timeless, the most special
Best ever.
segment that we have on the show. It's called Hot Pocket. We talk about all the random shit we want to talk about. And where do we start on the Hot Pocket list here tonight? I don't know. Brian, this one's for you.
Okay.
Veggie and cheese.
That's for me.
Ooh.
What do you think? So there's broccoli for
Mhm.
sure.
Mhm.
Probably a green pep. What else would be in that veggie and cheese?
I mean, I feel like I want to say it's almost like, is there a spinach artichoke deal in there in the veggie? Or
Wow.
Are we literally just, I guess that's going a whole different direction, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Hot Pocket has full
spinach artichoke, and
surprises.
what kind of cheese would you put in there?
Whatever kind you put with spinach artichoke dip. White.
Mozzarella.
White. White.
Is this one? Is it seasoned by Greg or Enrique?
Neither.
Neither?
This seems like a real white people shit.
No, wait a minute. As a white person and as a vegan and as someone who loves spice, I say spice the shit out of it, Enrique, because it ain't got no meat or cheese, so we got to do something fun.
You gotta do
Enrique's
something.
got a little cayenne on this one.
Enrique doesn't want any part of your spinach artichoke.
No. Enrique's got better things to do. Our spice master.
A question.
What's the movie question? Oh,
Do we want to do, can we make a randomizer for the Hot Pockets so that you can like click the button and then it just
that's fun.
randomizes it and then,
Yeah, we'll have ChatGPT do that for us.
yeah.
I like.
I'm
I like.
just
I'll
thinking-
do that.
I like watching Nick struggle through them. To be honest.
Well,
so.
yeah, I'll
Because I don't know, you pick them
I like
sometimes.
the Hot Pocket generator.
Yeah, a Hot Pocket generator would be
Yeah,
fun.
Yeah.
Hey, I could add a
I'm on
little.
it.
I could
I'm on
add a little app on. I might add a little app on
Brian,
part of the
Hot
Oh my
Pocket
God.
generator.
Yeah,
Hot
There it
Pocket
is.
generator.
I'm about to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
Oh
you
my
hide
God,
it?
that's
Can
my
you
next
hide it
project.
somewhere
Yeah.
on the criticalmasspodcast.com?
Dude, it's gonna be one of those things where it's like Mario 3, where you go to the mushroom house and they're like spinning, and you
Yes.
like assemble the
Yes.
Hot Pocket like ingredients. I'm making
Wow.
this shit, dude, for 100%.
I'm so hyped right now.
Like, honestly, what the fuck are we talking about?
I can't wait to use AI to generate an image of Enrique.
Watch our Hot Pocket generator get even more popular than our show.
No, honestly, I
better.
feel like that is going to be the key to our success.
I know, learn
Yeah.
how to make apps. So I'll
maybe
make it an app.
growing
maybe
our
we'll
success.
finally get the attention of Hot
Oh,
Pocket.
could you imagine? It's sponsored by the Ambrosia List too.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. All right.
I'm kind of
Continue.
tired of the
Only
podcast.
dream.
Let's just work on that. All right. All right. Anyway, but for
This
real,
is
can you
going an
start the
extra
movie?
hour.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Here we
shit.
go. Oh. Yeah,
We paused
good
it to
call.
pee, and
Yeah.
now we're going to start it.
Okay, we're gonna get to this legendary
Mhm.
veggie and cheese Hot Pocket, and it's a simple one. And Ben, I'm gonna need your help on the edit suite
Uh
on this one. Not right now.
oh.
We're already struggling with.
You paused too long. My
I know.
Chromecast didn't know what to do with itself.
The Chromecast. shut
There we
it.
go.
And
There
we're
we
back.
go.
All right.
And we're back. All right. Sam Neill looks on the movie poster. He looks slightly irritated. He looks like he doesn't really want to be there. He looks a bit nonplussed.
You think that's just Sam Neill?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Ben, just pop that right on screen for us, will you?
Okay.
Just pop it
That'll
right
be-
there.
It'll be right over
I
Grizz.
He
just
also
wanna see
doesn't
Sam
wanna
Neill's
be-
face.
He also doesn't want to
He
be.
doesn't want to be here.
at
Doesn't want to be
Jurassic
here.
Park either when he's in that movie either.
Well, you,
No, I think he feels a little bit more like he wants to be in Jurassic Park. He does not want to be. I'm just saying he doesn't want to be on the poster. He might want to be in the fucking ship.
I
don't know.
disagree. I've heard him talk.
Okay.
I've heard him talk about this movie.
Pop
and
it on the screen. Just look at his expression.
Oh
and
no,
judge for
sorry.
yourself.
I don't disagree that he
Can you
looks
do a floating
perturbed,
head right here?
but I
No,
do
it's going
think
right over you.
I do think he wanted to be there. If that's what you're
not
getting
what
at.
I'm saying.
Okay, sorry, I misunderstood you. Okay,
Just look at the
Never mind.
poster and then just from that one shot, let me know if you think he wants to be there or not. By the way, when you pop this poster up, Ben, Fishburn, he's all business. Fishburn
Oh,
looks
yeah.
great. He looks like he's ready to roll. Sam Neill, he just looks like he's phoning it in.
I'm
Doesn't-
intrigued. I
doesn't
can't
wanna
wait
be
to
there.
see this image
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Okay. Moving on to how about a pesto chicken and bacon? Does pesto go with bacon?
Well, no. The real question is,
Yes.
does bacon go with pesto? And the answer is yes, because bacon goes with everything.
Yes,
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
as our valiant
Right.
chef over here.
Did we break that down?
I would eat it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. We talked a lot about the CGI already, but I want to talk specifically about the CGI and the opening credits with sort of the black hole thing happening. I thought it looked really bad. Like that looked especially bad. I know we've already kind of reamed some of the CGI, but that to me was the worst CGI in the film.
It was too undetailed and hazy and generic blue. Like the transition from the Paramount logo to it was really, really good. But then once you're in sort
I
of
agree with that.
the iris or the black hole and you get the text,
Yeah.
you're like, really, this is the start of your movie and you didn't want to add a little bit to this?
It just looks bad.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then also kind of we'll lump this into the same. This is the pesto part of the Hot Pocket. Just kind of that weird, shitty sort of electro jungle industrial music that's playing at the start of the music. It just it's shitty.
I love it.
No,
Oh, what?
I actually
No,
love
I'm all
a fun
for it.
fact about this.
Okay.
He wanted to use an obscure London or England band for the intro credit, and Paramount told him no, and so he made that.
Oh, well, that makes a lot of sense because it's terrible.
Yeah.
I think it sounds like shit.
I don't know. I
Okay.
think that I had to write this down because the blend of orchestral horror with industrial techno, I think is just.
No, but not in that. There's
But it was
nothing
only
orchestral
bookends. It was
about
only
that,
what
that
I mean.
original that opening track.
I think it was only
there's not.
bookended. The start and the end of the movie had that. The rest of it, I didn't really notice the soundtrack at all.
There were some other moments of the soundtrack that went back into that sort of techno or electronic style. But guys, I believe the soundtrack was by my guy Michael Kamen. legendary composer of Pirates. What's it called? What's the movie? It's not Pirates. It's not Robin Hood. It's the other one. Robin Hood.
Men in
It is
Tights?
that. Prince of Thieves,
Prince of
which is a
Thieves.
piece of music
Very
that's used
orchestral.
in almost every trailer in the 90s and early 2000s.
So he didn't
If you
have to
heard
try
it,
out
you
for
know
that
it.
one. Yeah.
I don't care if it's by Johannes Sebastian Bach. It's just not great music.
I thought it set the scene and it set the tone perfectly, which I think is what the soundtrack of a movie should do. I think the soundtrack of a movie should be second fiddle to what the movie is actually doing. You should never, like, the soundtrack should never come first. And I think that, and I respectfully disagree. I think that the way that it goes right from the studio logo right into that music, you're like, oh my God, what are we in for?
It just sounds like
For
some
me, it was very
music like
efficient.
I was fucking around with on like Fruity Loops in 6th grade. Like that's like I could have made that horrible, shitty music. Just my
Okay,
opinion.
well, then maybe what we're saying is it was shitty music, but it was perfect.
Okay, yeah, that's yeah.
I can
we
say
can
that.
agree to disagree.
Yeah, I can say that.
Grizz, this one's for you, buddy.
Okay.
It's a spicy pep pizza.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There was a big floating watch at the start of this film. Did you
Oh,
catch
yeah.
on to that?
I absolutely did.
And will you want to talk to us about it?
Absolutely. I'm wearing it right now.
Yeah.
This is the Omega
Whoa.
Speedmaster. It was floating at the beginning of the film. The significance is this was the first watch on the moon.
Yep.
So they built it specifically for NASA. Went through a bunch of different watches, and they were trying to find one that could last space and travel like that. So they came up with, sorry Rolex, but they failed many of tests trying to do it as much as they wanted to. They were more of a deep sea watch, but Omega,
Look at
scored big.
I
So
knew
the
he
Omega
knew.
Speedmaster.
I knew he knew.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
Synchronicity.
I didn't love the CG of it, but it
Didn't look great,
didn't look great.
but
Floating.
it was there. It was there.
It was there.
Hey, the CG was as good as they could do at the time, especially in the timeline they had. And I will say that the physics were good. The physics of the way that stuff worked was good. How it floated and knocked into other things, and how the coolant
Absolutely.
spread. But I agree. I think the rendering was very noticeable.
But I loved, watches in this film were just great. A lot of them were, again, G-Shocks. They were like futuristic because they were very plastic and marathon watches and stuff like that. So I think they did a great job, but that was a nice little nod to space travel. So great.
What about cheese and bacon?
Let's go.
That's it.
Let's go.
Is it cheddar? Provo?
Bruschetta cheddar.
Pepper
Just
jack?
think about like a cheddar bacon burger. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just
I don't
cheese
know.
and bacon. It's a lot of bacon. It's Hot Pocket.
A lot of cheese.
It's a lot
We
of
talking
cheese.
cubed bacon, or are we talking just
chunks.
chunks?
yeah.
So
Bacon balls.
bacon strips
Yeah,
just
bacon
diced.
balls. I
Bacon
think
balls.
that's the best way to
Oh,
describe it.
bacon
Bacon
balls.
ball.
Okay.
Yeah, they're delicious.
All right, cheddar and
Just take a
cheddar and
strip
bacon
and
ball.
crumple it up.
Hot Pocket has Hot Pocket has patented the bacon balls. What I
Bacon
hear.
ball? That's what I mean.
Right. Okay, guys, this bothered me a bit. There's a lot of just like printed small photographs in 2047,
Mm-hmm.
little framed pictures on the wall. God, at least try. Try.
They didn't try.
Did you notice
Try.
that 2 of the pictures of his wife were the exact same picture?
Exact same photo.
I did. That was so
Yeah.
not trying.
I don't know what that's called, but I've always dreamed ever since being in probably early high school when I realized graphic designer was a career. And I knew that this was a career path you could take, and you could be on the set doing set design, and you were responsible for that. And every time I see it, it makes me so mad. And that one irked me to no
Yeah.
end.
Because it's so
That
noticeable.
you could try with just taking it out.
It's almost like you saw like Shutterstock on one of them. But I will say this,
a
Nick.
watermark.
It's kind of a dirty spaceship, right? We talked about it, dirty ship. Also, like if you're going through space that far, you probably want to conserve energy. So maybe like printed pictures don't take any energy to have up instead of like having like I assume the opposite would be
reaching.
like, well, I don't know.
As a person who prints out photos, I
say-
get it.
Yeah, I say people still print photos now.
So you guys think in 2047 they're going to be...
Bro, it's 2025. We're almost 2047.
Yeah, we're almost there.
We're closer.
and nobody's printing photos. So what the fuck are we talking about?
I'm
Did we
printing
not
photos.
print? Did we not just print posters in the background?
You're a fucking photographer. Okay? It's like
You're right. Nick, listen.
0.01% of the population.
Nick, yes, we reached
reaching.
really far.
I
You're right.
print photos all the time. I have a photo printer.
Ben,
Do you have a wallet with photos in it?
Your
Yeah.
job. is
Okay,
to
then
take
you're not-
pictures.
Give me
you're
that
exempt.
camera. I'm gonna take a picture of Nick and print it for next week.
For all of us whose job it is not to take pictures, it's a little strange to be holding
okay.
on to physical, tangible photographs. At least, in
Did
my
you see that
personal
poster
opinion.
that he poked holes in?
That's also another hot pocket.
Oh yeah, the 2047 centerfold.
Yeah.
We're in the silver. I'll wait. I'll
That
save
that
it.
I have a little more problem
All right,
with. But
we're gonna get into a hot beef taco right now.
he goes, hot.
HOT, and we're gonna talk shirtless Sam Neill.
Mm.
And here's what I had. I had one word next to this: refreshing.
I mean, he looked
Yeah.
good.
Refreshing.
Yeah.
It was similar to.
He wasn't completely jacked with like an 8-pack.
You know what it reminded me of? Steven Dorff and Blade.
Oh yeah.
And you know what it also similarly reminded me of? Pierce Brosnan as Bond versus Daniel
Yeah,
Craig
totally.
as Bond.
100%.
Yeah.
All you need is a little chest hair.
You took the words right out of my mouth. My next
That's
freaking
right.
sentence.
That's all you need, man. Like you don't need these giant, pecs. The burst. We don't need to be Jason Momoa.
He
out
was
here.
perfect. He
Yeah.
just needed a little chest hair, and then we're good.
We don't need to be Vin Diesel.
No, we don't need to be.
All right. Speaking on this, I just recently,
Vin's
I don't
face when
listen
he
to it
said
very
that.
often, but there was a podcast with Dak Shepard called, what am I?
Armchair
must
Club.
not
Armchair
very
Expert.
Yeah.
So they just
Should be
recently
called
interviewed Nicholas Holt, if you guys know who that is.
Go away, I'm baiting.
So Nicholas Holt is in the new
Nicholas
Superman
Holt.
movie, and they were joking that a lot of comments on the podcast, and I've noticed this before, they talk about his body as the ideal body, and Nicholas Holt is not a big bulking human by any means. He's just a normal dude. They were like, he gives just enough effort. He doesn't like overexert himself.
That's still too much.
It's still too much.
Do you see Sam Neill?
Sam
do you
Neill,
see
that's what I'm
Sam
talking
Neill?
about.
You're ruining it
We
for
need
all
to
of
bring
us.
this
Yeah.
back. We need,
Yeah.
See, we got, and I think that's what Nicholas Holt was. Nicholas Holt is just not scrawny, but he's
Well, and I can say this as a person who is now around the age that Sam Neill probably was in this movie, or maybe am I a little older than he was?
No,
up there.
I don't think
when
so.
I remember when I first saw this movie, I was on a date. I'm going to say a name, and there's one person in this room that's going to laugh. I was on a date with Ruth. And we went to the midnight showing after
We have one laughter.
We went to church camp, and we went to summer
Oh, wow.
church camp, and we went, and that next Saturday after, we always went and saw movies with groups, and I ended up going with her to the midnight showing of Event Horizon in 1997.
We didn't
And-
watch the end of it.
Yeah. We very much could not look away, but it wasn't a very. I said too much. Cut all this because I'm incriminating both myself and another person. But anyway, my point in this whole thing is when I saw Sam Neill, and I remember seeing him then going, oh, he's like, I had like an avert like he looked weird, right? Now as his age person, it's like he had to do so much work just to get to, because if you look at him, he's very, very fit. I mean, he worked out a bunch to get there.
Yeah.
He
looks normal. He looks like he's an in shape 40-something dude.
you don't just have that body without
No,
putting work
he's a
in.
he was on
physically
roids
active-
back in '97.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that. Yeah.
All I'm saying is it could, like you could have gone the other direction too. He could, they could have had
sure.
some kind of pot-bellied guy or whatever, and it's like, no, he had to do some work for that. So I respect that.
Tell you what, he wasn't eating a.
Oh, come on now. They got lean. They got lean pockets.
Lean
got
pockets.
lean.
Yeah, lean pockets is where he was at.
Mhm. That was Ben's point.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He wasn't eating those full flavor ones.
I truly wish Dak Shepard would start a podcast called Baitin' because I would listen every week.
Every week.
Every
Yep.
week. Anyway.
That'd be good.
All right. Chicken Vagina.
Let's go.
Brian, this one's for you, buddy. You gave this movie a pretty good score.
77.
You know what this movie did? Yeah, 77.
Mhm.
And you know this movie had a big old pet peeve for you.
False jump scares.
So
Two in the
fucking-
beginning.
No,
I know.
two in the
Yeah,
beginning.
2 in the beginning.
And
Bro,
egregious.
Bro, there was like 35 fucking jump scares
All
in
right.
this movie, and they all sucked.
Oh, sorry.
I gotta
no,
stop you there.
I wasn't saying there was only 2. I just was saying like I was furthering your point. Like, yeah, there was 2 right at the beginning.
There's
is what
two
I was
right at the
kind
beginning.
of what I was
We
saying.
got-
Here's
gotta
the
talk,
thing,
'cause
guys.
we're-
They're all unearned. That's
Yeah.
your big thing.
Yeah.
Earn the jump scare.
Yeah.
Every fucking one. It's like a door opening
Yes.
or a gust of wind or a lightning bolt. It's all bullshit. There's never not one earned jump scare.
I don't know. I thought they were good. I even
disagree.
noted it. I noted it. They were pretty well done because of the reason that they were in a ship and it was a door. It wasn't just, a big old like screech of a violin. It wasn't just some weird sound effect. It was tied to the ship in some way or their atmosphere in some way.
Most of the jump scares were.
So that's where I differ on that.
Dude, most of the jump scares were there for a reason because the ship was fucking with people's heads, and then all of a sudden there's somebody banging on a door and they're not there. Or there's somebody scratching whatever. I think I won't go so far to say that they're
a loose hand.
I won't say they're
Jump
earned.
scare.
Yeah, a fucking
Like,
that was that one was that was
guys,
tough.
You're stretching it.
Yeah.
They're not good.
I think that one's fine.
There
Because that's not a random thing. You're going into a ship with no gravity where a bunch of people died and you have no idea where the ship
You've been
went.
so adamantly against these kind of jump
I'm
scares
against
for so
the,
long.
But
And
Nick, I'm totally against the stupid ones at the beginning where it's just the shutter. It's the first one. The most
one's bad.
egregious one was on the space station where you get that tilt, that
Yeah,
long,
I
the third of the
remember.
budget shot, and the shutters like open really loudly. They like crank all the gains on that sound effect, and I jumped because I'm in my theater over here, and then nothing, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? I did not get that feeling for all of the jump scares. I only got it for those couple of ones that were completely in the realm of first act. There's no horror. Nothing's gone wrong. Why are we scaring people? Once we've established the inciting incident, we understand the stakes, we understand like what's happening. I'm all for jump scares as long as they're, you know, they need to be earned. Like when she turns around and there's that fucking corpse popsicle that like is staring
Yeah, that
right
was
at her,
like
whatever.
probably the best one.
Yeah, and there
That
was
was
a lot
that was
like
one.
the best one. That's
Yeah.
the best example you just pulled there.
And I think there were a lot like that.
I don't think so. I think
I-
a lot of them were half-assed. I don't
Take
know.
away the unearned ones. I agree with you. Actually, no, I appreciate you bringing that up because I'm a stickler.
Guys, steak and cheese.
That one felt like work.
Yeah, it did. It did. We had to
We're all
slog
tired.
through
We're all
that.
tired
Let's
now.
slog
Give
through
ourselves a
that.
little reward now.
No.
Oh,
No.
shit.
So, okay, guys. Remember when they first get to the event horizon of their little ship? And
One of my
they're-
favorite scenes in the movie.
Okay. Let's talk about that
Yeah.
scene.
Oh.
It establishes scale so
Okay, I agree with that.
quickly and
I
efficiently.
think it did do that. I agree with you there.
Mhm.
And I guess I didn't really notice that as much. So nice. Yeah, sure.
Thank
But
you.
guys, remember there was a term that you, I believe, coined. I feel like you coined it last episode.
You talking to him?
Damn,
I'm talking to this guy.
I'm getting put
All
on
right,
blast.
You have the
tonight.
sunglasses on. I can't tell.
Hang on, I need.
It's called no. Let's talk about it.
Little help now.
It's called fake steaks.
Oh yeah, nobody likes fake steaks.
Remember fake steaks?
What were the fake steaks in this one?
Why the fuck didn't they just slow the ship down when they were pulling up on the event horizon? They're like 500 meters, 400 meters, 300. Just slow the fuck down. It was so stupid. Fake steaks.
At the risk of being pedantic,
I don't know. It's like flying through a storm. Like a pilot
But
wants to pump up the
computer
speed.
was literally saying, you're this far from the object. Slow down.
I think they were fighting the storm because they're a little tiny ship. They're going through
but
the atmosphere.
Hang on. Let me back up real quick. Two things quickly. First of all, they're in orbit. They're in low orbit, decaying orbit. They're in the atmosphere, the upper atmosphere of Neptune, right? So they can't see anything. They've got
this is
it's
at a
completely
Neptune?
clouded.
a fucking pilot in an airplane can't
Ben
see.
watched
in
Deep
a storm.
Horizon. Yeah. No, but I think, the other big part of it, Nick, is I think they did slow down. Okay.
They could have
Let me
slowed
back up a little
down
bit.
at any
It
point.
is fake stakes with all of them going 600, 500, 400. But what I think it is it's they've traveled all this way and they're finally there and all they can see is cloud cover. And they're like, where is the ship? It says it's right here. And then they kind of break through the clouds and there it is. So I don't think
here's the thing.
I don't think they're panicking that they're going to run into it. I think they're just
No,
well,
I think they are.
I think they're being very cautious. They are slowing down, I think.
No,
because,
there's a dramatic, like, fuck, we're going to hit it thing happening. Yeah, there is.
Well, I think the non-pilots are the ones scared. I think the pilot is not afraid to hit it. Is he in that scene? I think the pilot knows
I
what
don't
he's
remember
doing.
specifically about the pilot.
I can see the other
Wait,
people
who's
being
the
like,
pilot?
the other people being like, we're 500 yards. We've been dealing with not light years, but we've been dealing with astronomical units. And now all of a sudden
I
we're
get
in the
it.
matter of hundreds of meters and we cannot see the
I don't
thing
remember
we're
the
getting
pilot
towards.
being like, I got this. Like,
Yeah,
chill the
you're
fuck
right.
out. Like, you know,
They
it's
needed
like,
that scene.
It's
They
because of
needed
his
that scene.
weird chair.
Ben.
No, that was the
Please
captain.
tell me that's the next.
That was the
Ben?
captain.
Oh, okay.
That was a
not the
captain's
pilot.
chair. Yeah.
Breakfast, bacon, egg, and cheese. Let's get to the chairs.
I
The
hated
weird
that chair.
chairs.
I hated that
I
chair.
wanna
It's too
talk to
slow.
the chair. So
He's also like, his feet are like
The
this.
chair was stupid.
Yeah, they were
wait,
hanging.
which, are we talking about Fishburn's chair?
Yeah, Miller's
Yeah,
chair.
The captain's chair.
The like inverted roller
It was
coaster
so
chair.
wobbly.
It was stupid.
Why
so
was it
wobbly.
so wobbly?
That's okay that it was wobbly.
Because the ship was shaking around so
Bro,
much, he
you're
had
cruising
to.
for like 1,000 hours in space. You're just going to be wobbling.
well, there's
back
no
and forth. You don't think
friction. There's
a
no
fucking.
there's no bounces or friction in
You're not-
space. You're just
I'm sorry, but you're not even going to make that shit comfortable. uncomfortable?
No,
Like,
dude,
it didn't look
It was shaky.
It looked
I didn't like how
uncomfortable,
slow
too.
it turned. He was like, Brooks. And it's like, I'm like, oh God, he's not going to get there.
like Stephen Hawking. Rest in peace.
Man, poor Roger Ebert and Stephen Hawking.
All right.
Can I say a line? Can I say something real quick? I don't need a whole hot pocket
No,
for
yeah,
it,
you
but I
do.
just
It's Pizza Supreme.
okay. It just has to do with something funny on the ship that I want to say, and that's I just want to say the most '90s thing about this movie was the fact that they're all smoking like darts. You know,
In the
not even like
ship.
vapes. They're smoking darts in a spaceship in a scene where they're literally struggling to replace the CO2 scrubbers so they can breathe. They've got their cigarettes lit as they're pulling the scrubbers out. That's very 90s.
That's why they need
And I
the
loved it.
97.
I
That's why
loved
they
it.
need the CO2 scrubbers.
If I'm telling you guys,
I loved
I
what
see
you
one
said.
more
Guys,
movie with
just-
cool smoking. I'm gonna pick up
guys,
smoking.
Just
Put a pin in it.
I'm gonna
gonna
raise
do
my,
it.
Oh, I
I'm
know-
gonna
I know
I'm gonna
Nick
raise
and-
my score.
Oh,
Hell
I
yeah.
thought you were going to say there's a hot pocket for
shoot.
This is a
smoking.
big
When
deal.
there's that much good cigarette smoking,
He flicked the cigarette and he caught it.
I'm gonna go up at 1 point.
Oh, thank you, Nick. What
Wow.
a gentleman you are.
Wow.
38.
38.
38.
Really good smoking. I didn't take into account how good the smoking was.
Now, what
Yeah,
is it
yeah.
compared to Reagan?
7 less than Reagan now.
7 less than Reagan. Yep.
Yeah, there was a lot of good smoking, multiple characters smoking, and then one of my favorite lines: "Light him if you got him." After they dock.
Bit of a
So,
cliche, but sure.
Yeah.
Didn't they start that though?
Event Horizon was the first to start it.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Philly cheesesteak with the sauteed peppers.
Mm.
Classic horror bullshit. Everybody splits up to explore the abandoned spaceship with proven life forms on board.
Mhm.
There's life forms on board. They know there are. They've scanned the ship.
Yeah, they're spread equally
Let's
across
all
the ship.
spread out and go and check it out individually. Does that sound like a good plan to anyone?
Well, they split it up 2 and 3, 2 and 1.
Yeah, divide and conquer.
I'm thinking about they've got 20 hours of breathable air and they've got XYZ to do, and they've got a ship that takes 20 minutes to run from one end to the other.
60 times the size of the
Yeah,
ship that
so
just came
Bring
in.
a couple more people down. You got more people?
Sure, yeah.
Also, poor ship design where it's just like this long runway in between the two important areas.
I also,
Bad ship design.
but they're
Bad
also
ship
lined with
design.
TNT all
Right,
the way.
yeah.
Yeah, just in case.
there was never a monster chasing them, though, until the very end on the
Just
bridge.
time.
There was like hallucinations, and it's not like there was someone picking them off because they kind of weren't getting picked off. Almost until I guess what I'm saying is I feel like they split up correctly, and then they should have reassembled once shit hit the fan. Once people actually started dying, they should have. That's
would
when they
have
should have
helped.
come back together a little bit. I think maybe you're right there.
just, yeah.
It wasn't as egregious to me as the movies where they're just like, all right, let's split up. Where there's like actually like an established killer
Come on,
or whatever.
Scooby.
I don't think there was like an established killer where they're like, it's dumb to split up.
But
is all
there's
I'm saying.
life forms on the ship, and they know all the humans are dead. So they're like, so much.
When
we're not too worried
I'm not
about
sure if they.
100%. I'm 100% on this one.
You think so?
The blonde chick scanned the ship and said, I'm getting readings of life forms on the ship. She's like, I can't
'cause
pinpoint
she
where
said it
they
was-
are.
Yeah, she was
said
all
it-
over the ship,
And
right?
Laurence Fishburne's
Yeah.
like, we're going to do this the old school way. We'll go just check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Deck by I said deck by deck, room by room.
The
Yeah.
visual they showed, it like pulsated across the entire ship equally. It wasn't like pinpoints. It was
It's
just
So
like,
there's something alive on the ship.
They
and
were-
know
Yeah.
that for sure.
The joke was the ship was alive.
Well, retroactively, we know that's why she saw that was because the ship was alive,
Yeah.
but we didn't know that then.
I'm
and
just saying,
so-
if you were in that position and they were like, why don't you go check out that corner? And there's life forms on the ship. Go fuck
Yeah.
yourself.
yeah,
There's 10 people with me.
Are you in that? I thought you were on the scientific side where this was all scientific fact.
100%. I do
Okay.
not. Yeah, I
I think
don't.
that's a fun take, by the way.
That is a
yeah.
great take.
It
I do think that's
makes
fun.
everything make so much more sense. So
I think it helps. Buffalo chicken melt.
But what about the part where Sam Neill gets blown out the airlock
he dies.
and then he comes back?
No, he does not come back. Everything you're seeing here is a hallucination. Miller is the one who's been traumatized, and everything here is a hallucination.
Cool.
Everything he's seeing here is a hallucination.
I like
that
that.
guy doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
I like it.
So he does gouge his own eyes out
Mhm.
because he's gone crazy. He's the classic. I created this ship. He has nothing. He has no family.
God complex,
Nothing
yeah.
to lose. You know, he's kind of crazy. He has trauma. His wife killed himself. He's got nothing left. This ship is like the most technologically advanced thing that could open up the whole cosmos of possibilities, and they're talking about blowing it up, and he spent his entire life building it, and here it is. It works fine, that he knows of, and I can see how he just goes crazy. The ship fucks with him because when it goes to the other side, I'm going to say AI or something like that is what affected the ship. Comes back, tears his eyes out, does the crazy shit, dies, and then he comes back as a hallucination. That's my take.
Well done, Brian. Well done.
Okay.
I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
Hot Pocket.
I think we were on a buffalo chicken melt. And once again, this is a quick one. Guys, CDs in 2047.
That was funny. It was stuck. I love
Yeah,
that.
I love that it
now.
was stuck.
Like, try a little bit.
I love how when they cut to that scene, as if she knew the CD would be stuck and need both hands. She didn't try at first. The CD popped out like a half an inch, and she used both hands immediately. I don't know how many times you see a CD
you would
come
never
out. And
go
you-
for a CD
yeah,
with 2 hands.
she grabbed 2 hands right out the gate.
Yeah.
She knew it was going to be stuck. So
Surprised it wasn't one of those like CD-ROM cases where you like put in the plastic and like push the whole thing in the fucking computer.
Those are zip drives.
Lazy.
Yeah.
Maybe a jazz drive. Remember those?
wow, you're old.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like 2 years younger than me. Anyway,
No, he's a lot younger than you than that. I think
No,
you forgot
no.
how old you are.
I'm 29.
Oh, okay. That's right.
What are you talking about? Chicken and waffles. That's cool.
Delicious.
That's a good one.
Days, you're right.
A lot of thunder and lightning in space. Was that a thing?
They went into this.
They're in Neptune.
They're in
at
Neptune. They're just above Neptune.
Yeah,
So a lot of
they're
lightning
in the
and
atmosphere
melt.
of. They're in the atmosphere of Neptune.
So in the atmosphere.
I think that's why
But if
old
you're
boy.
in the atmosphere and you're in space, you've got to be pretty high up there if you're just hovering in space.
Yeah, the ozone doesn't
Well,
go that high.
I think
they're
they're-
pulled
Yeah.
down.
I think clearly they're orbiting.
They're orbiting.
You would have to
Is
be
there
orbiting.
thunder and lightning in the orbit of Earth? Is what I'm. Is
Not
that-
Earth, but maybe
Well,
Neptune.
okay, sorry.
Unless
go back.
they're ships.
Well, they're not actually
Maybe?
orbiting Neptune.
They're not
Their orbit
orbiting.
has decayed to where they're going to crash into Neptune. So by the time they get there, they're spiraling into Neptune, and they're very close to Neptune. And that's why when they arrive, because there's not clouds in space either. So when they get there, and the whole thing's shrouded in
But
clouds.
there's just thunder popping and lightning popping up the whole fucking movie.
It's
I mean,
also
the
not
whole
Earth,
movie.
so the atmosphere may be way different than Earth.
I've heard that boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider.
There we go.
Is that true?
That's true.
That is correct.
All right. Cheddar bacon potato, which sounds really good right now.
Mhm.
I actually want that right now. A little sour cream in that.
Oh God.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. A couple chives.
Okay.
I'm hungry.
I think it's kind of funny.
I already
Me
ate.
too.
I'm hungry.
Isn't it kind of funny how Sam Neill just gaslights everyone in this movie? I kind of love that actually.
Yeah.
He's just like, nah.
He's like, well, it was
you
an
didn't
optical
see that.
distortion. It could have been
Nah,
caused
it was
by
just,
echoes of reverberations.
It's science.
Yeah. I just thought that was funny. He was just gaslighting.
He's got that
Before gaslighting was a thing.
Sam Neill's got that Neptude.
A lot of Neptune.
Funky Shit by Prodigy is the last song.
Funky
Mhm.
shit. By
Amazing.
It's a good song.
So good.
How about that whole? Oh wait, did we already do a beef taco? We did. It was a spicy.
We did the hot beef taco.
mac and cheese. How about that whole baby bear, mama bear thing? Did that make you guys comfortable?
I honestly looked back at that and I thought that was her son when I originally watched this 20 something years ago, almost 30 years ago. I thought it was weirder now.
The baby bear, mama bear, because he called her mama bear and she called him baby bear. I didn't like
What
that.
was happening?
Yeah, I
there?
know.
I thought that was strange because I really thought all these years later, I thought that was her son. I
But
never
don't-
made that connection when I was younger. I
Really?
guess.
No,
I also
that's
watched
not
this
her
when I was
son.
like 10.
He's
So
just another astronaut. Yeah, I didn't like the baby bear
I think
stuff.
they were boinking.
Well, a little cougar action. Yeah, I mean it's cold and dark in space. How do you warm it up?
Yeah, bumping uglies. All right, barbecue pork. Justin. Here, I'm just going to read this. I don't even know what this means. Justin is out in space in a t-shirt and lives.
Yeah, it's the guy. It's
Princess
baby bear.
Leia vibes.
Oh, yeah.
episode 5 of this podcast.
The one thing that I'll say, I hate to keep coming back here, but the one thing I'll say is that they weren't in space. I'm sure it was freezing.
What? No,
Where
they
they
were
were
out
at.
in the middle of space.
They were in the atmosphere of Neptune.
If you
You
can
know, this is
float-
making
if
me
you can
more
float-
confused
if you
because
can
they
f-
were within clouds that had thunderstorms, but that was maybe
They're
below the
floating
ship.
in space. There's no gravity.
They were floating.
They've
There was
gotta be
gravity.
out there, man.
Hmm.
I see what you're saying. All I'm saying is they're not in they're not in the middle of space. So that's how I chalk that up that somehow he lives. That's how he doesn't freeze to death. In the middle of space, it's negative 273. Where he's at, it's negative 100, and he doesn't die.
There have been
within 5
astronauts
seconds.
that debunk that, and they say you can survive to an extent, but it's not likely.
Yeah.
So
Hey Nick, all I'm saying is when they get there, it's in clouds. Ain't no clouds in space. That's all I'm saying.
Neptune's atmosphere is about 80% hydrogen, 19% helium, and 1% methane. So I don't think that any of those are breathable.
No, he
No.
definitely can't breathe. My thing is why didn't he freeze to death?
Yeah,
I
he
guess.
should have
Yeah.
he would have
He
just
should've
Like, why didn't his
the
eyes
blood in
freeze?
his body would just instantly freeze
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
out in space and floating.
But,
Anyway,
yeah.
okay, he lived. That's fine. Yeah. Good.
It's
Great
pretty,
movie. Great movie.
Better than Reagan.
All right. Southwest Chicken,
We
guys.
found one better than Reagan for Nick.
Oh man, what else? Okay, here's a plot. Here's something that they did well. I like the scene where they were describing. Was it Laurence Fishburne? I don't remember who it was. I think it was him. Yeah, it was him. Describing like fire in space
Oh, it's like
and how
liquid.
it killed his friend.
I want to
Mm.
see
It's how
that.
it's spilling
There's
over
no
things.
there's no
Like-
fire in space.
I was anxiously
No,
awaiting.
no. It wasn't fire in space, guys. Let's get
Okay.
our fucking
Yeah, let's go
science
back
right.
to the
It was
hallucination.
fire. No, it's fire in zero gravity. That's totally different from gravity in space. They're in oxygen, but no gravity. So fire can still combust, and it won't. So right now, the reason fire reacts the way it does is because of gravity and then heat transfer. If there's not that, then why are you? Why is this even a question? This is basic science.
Nerd alert.
But wait,
Fucking nerd.
You're taking shots at a movie I rated highly.
I was
and
trying
I'm
to say something
defending it.
nice. I was trying to say something nice.
Way to go, Sam Neill.
Sorry, you shot it
Yeah, I
down.
shouldn't be looking at you. I should be looking at you, Ben, because you're the one that says there's no fire in space, and I agree. But it's there. He didn't say space. He said zero gravity. Totally different.
Beef
Got 'em.
enchilada. Beef enchilada.
Speaking of farts,
Uh-oh.
That's a real beef enchilada there, guys. No, we're gonna get serious on this one. Getting toward the end of the film, the whole unaliving scene in the bathtub, that was intense. That was
Yeah.
kind of a
Yeah.
was like a very rarely in a film will I be like, ooh, like
Yeah.
They went for it.
15-year-old me with my on my date when that scene came on, I was like, kind of took my hand back.
that
I was like, whoa.
ooh, yeah, that was.
where was your hand?
I honestly,
Actually, it was just like this. I didn't. There was no action.
I was 9 or 10. I definitely stole this from not Uncle Gary, who's on the couch over here, but Uncle Mike's collection from his
Shout
VHS tapes.
out to our audience tonight.
Stole
by
those
the way.
from Mike. So thanks for those crazy ass movies from your VHS collection.
Nice.
that was a.
That's why I watched a lot
You
of these
were way
movies.
too young when this came out.
I watched a lot of
I
movies
was
way too
15
young.
Now
I was probably a little too young.
It was
I was
because of
41.
it was.
Yeah, well, Ben,
It
you
was-
never
you
didn't even make
You've
it.
never
man.
even
You
seen
The
didn't even
reason
make
I
it.
saw a lot of these movies way too young was older cousins, the uncles and stuff like that. But they had great collections of movies. But I just
By the way,
watched
how
them.
wonderful are those moments in life when it's like a rite of passage where you see something you're not supposed to be seeing with like older brothers or cousins, and you're
yeah.
kind of sitting there like, oh shit.
Yeah. Well, the best part was like when the uncles like Steve or Mike or whatever they would like give me the movie and they go, "This is a good one." They'll take it out and they'll put it into a PG or a PG-13 movie, and then I would take it home.
Oh,
That was the best.
wait, good looking out.
Yeah, it
that's
was
what that's what an uncle's for right there.
Yep. So.
Anyway, intense scene. I was
Yeah.
like,
Oh, insane!
Yeah,
Very
for
a lot of
sure,
intense
for sure.
scenes. I mean, the cut. Are we going to talk about the footage that they found from the crew of the?
If you'd like
Event
to make
Horizon?
that a spicy jalapeno chicken, you go for that.
It's
bud.
got to be extra spicy. You guys want to talk about
It's
that?
got to be spicy.
The
Yeah, let's talk about
just the absolute visuals of what it would be like to live in hell. Like
I just thought it was stupid.
really?
I did not like the gore montages. I did not like them.
It was just a visual of just them all going absolutely crazy in space. Call
It
it
just seemed
from
like a-
insane space travel. I thought that was interesting. I thought that was like you are out there for days, months, years without.
Just think about it harder. Table stakes. Everyone covered in blood, just eating each other.
I think we needed some scenes like that, but I think that they just the lighting was too direct. It needed to be like
Yeah,
you kind of heard it more than you saw it.
Yeah,
Like
totally.
the camera fell down and
Could
you
have
can
been
kind of
much
see
more horrifying.
dark, but it's like very much like a bright light. And what they did was they shot a whole bunch of like really clear gore scenes, like split seconds, right? So you could never really fully take it in. So where the whole effect's like, oh, but it just
they
didn't
kinda
work
did
for me.
It's like they showed too much, but it's like if you're gonna show it, just fucking show it, man. Just show more.
They were kind of
you
afraid
know?
to show it, but then they
Right.
wanted
It's like
they wanted to be hard.
They didn't
and
strike
show
the
it.
balance very well.
I think
bit, yeah.
that's what I looked at the behind the scenes on that, and I guess they had shot a lot more footage, and this movie was an extra 40 minutes in length with more
30,
intense gore,
30, yeah.
more intense kills. Studio absolutely axed it. They said even for R, that's too much. But I think that was an insane teaser for what this could have been. So
I'm glad we did not get those extra 30 minutes of gore because I did not need them.
No. We're not going to hot pocket this because we already talked about it, but I just have to throw it out again. Man, the ship's blowing up. He's got 5 seconds to hit that disarm button.
6
Motherfucker.
seconds. He had 6.
Just press the button. It's
Yeah.
right. It says disarm.
Yeah.
Just boop.
Mm.
So
Movie
good.
over. Everyone lives. Okay.
No, Nick, you are
Not
not.
even
You
hot
are
pocket,
not
not even
wrong.
hot.
You're not wrong.
Just don't put the button on the
I
screen.
know they should have just not put the button.
remove it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're done.
Talking about, well, I don't know. Talking about buttons. Do we talk about his hand grab or his hand smash? Is that what you're talking about?
No,
Or are you talking about the screen?
He's talking about the
Literally,
screen.
the
5, 4,
screen has
3.
a
Okay.
button on it that says disarm as it's counting down.
Okay.
Could have pressed
And
it.
then he goes, doesn't say anything.
I'm thinking of the
Well,
captain when there was the remote that he had with the protective outer layering where he had to actually press the button with a finger.
but he used
he
his
goes
palm.
like this
on the
and you're like,
on that
I
undercrank
don't-
scene.
I don't
Yeah.
think your palm got into that
It
button,
was a
bud.
satisfying button smash,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like you could see
Yeah,
before he
yeah,
smashed
yeah.
it that the
That's
button was
funny.
protected with ridges. It's like, what do you have, a knob on your palm?
Yeah,
A button
he had an
pushing
extra
knob?
thumb there.
Then get ready for this.
Okay.
Chicken teriyaki.
Oh, I deleted it.
What?
Well, I have,
Oh no!
Oh, there we go.
it is. There it is.
Don't play with us like that. That's
I
not
got
cool.
you
That's
good.
Not, that's not cool.
that was my jump scare.
No, that was a good one. That was better than any jump scare in this film. That's for sure. All right. My favorite line in the movie was, "Here I come, motherfucker!"
Yeah, it's good.
He actually
There
says
was a little bit of comic relief.
You,
actually.
and you
I
needed
appreciate
that. You need that because the movie was so heavy and so
But it doesn't-
depressing.
It just wasn't enough. I feel like almost.
My point. Yeah, you needed at least that, if
Yeah,
not
yeah.
some more, because
It
like
helped,
I
yeah.
remember like that kind of brings you up out of the depths. Like, oh, is this actually going to have a good ending? Because I don't see how it could. It's just depressing and scary and horrific. And then you've got him, and it's like, oh yeah, that human need to survive, and like I
Yeah.
love that they like figure out a way to survive, even though it's just 3 of them.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
he even says
Good
like,
line.
I'm gonna blow my air tank. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
a little bit of talking, too much talking in that scene, but that's on brand for that character, I think.
Let's finish on a spicy beef quesadilla. I like the ending. I thought was actually, we talked about this for a little bit, but the twist at the end where kind of Sam Neill kind of pops up again with the woman kind of wakes up from her stasis thing, and there he is. Cool. Wow, I appreciated that, and honestly, I was going to rate this movie even lower, but at the last second, I added a few points.
Yeah, because that's something that you're always saying.
It's something I always look for.
Yeah.
It's something I always look for because I think basically every great script I've ever seen does that.
Well, I've started noticing that in movies I've been watching since you said that. I've noticed the good movies have. It's not necessarily a plot twist, but it's some kind of
Not
an
always.
unexpected thing that happens right at the end.
Yeah.
And I think this had it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love how efficiently it ended. Like you didn't have to get a whole another like 2 or 3 minute scene where they're like talking about it, and then there's like some sort of like somebody mentions something and it like keeps the mystery going. It's like he's like, I got you. She's freaking out. That's how the movie ends. She's freaking out,
Right?
And the guy who, it's kind of the love interest. It's kind of the you know what I mean? Because they kind of have a thing for each other.
Yeah.
He's holding her. He's like, I got you. You're safe. And then it just ends. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh fuck yeah, just end the movie. Thank you for
yeah,
just ending.
that was a
it.
smart ending.
Well, speaking of smart endings, closing thoughts.
Yeah. So again, this movie to me it's a good movie. I love the vibe first and foremost. Production design, everything about the music. There's the color grading. I realized the movie's over and there's another movie playing now, so I'm gonna go back to my imagination. But yeah, the color grading, all the lighting, everything was just very. You talked a lot about the aesthetics, so I'm not going to go over those again. But you said it well. Performances are great. I didn't find any. The only performance in the movie that I found a little bit lacking was Justin. He was a little bit, and he didn't have very many lines, but the people who needed to have the gravitas to their characters did, and I think that the performances are good. I love single location movies. This whole thing took place on a ship, very Alien in that way, very inspired by Alien. The movie was inspired by lots of. I mean, we talked about The Shining, Alien, Hellraiser. A lot of these. I think 2001: A Space Odyssey. And I think when you're inspired by that many things, that's a good thing. It's not a ripoff, it's inspiration. And I think the director directly said that, yes, I was inspired by these things and I wanted to have the shining blood elevator scene.
But there's a difference between, sorry, I don't want to push back too much.
No,
but
go for it.
Derivative and like kind of reinterpreting things.
Yeah.
And I felt like this movie to me was a little more derivative than reinterpretation. So,
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
sorry, I shouldn't shit on your.
No, I that's very fair. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see coming at it from the other direction. I think if this movie would have been a worse movie, I probably would be saying what you're saying,
Sure.
which kind of shows that I'm probably a little bit biased by my score on that one.
Yeah.
I thought it was very mysterious. I loved I talked about production, design, and camera. So yeah, to me that adds up to a good movie. A good movie.
Yeah. Overall, I think 64 is. I'm going to stick with it. I think I can't go higher, can't lower. I mean, I think the best thing that's going for this movie is everyone sends it. I mean, everybody gives the performance they want to give when it comes to making this believable. outside of the comic relief of the one actor, but other than that, I mean, cinematography is quite stunning. I really do. Outside of the handful of CGI moments that just literally took me out of the film. I literally, why are we doing this? Like, you have all these things that are going so well for you. If those were literally removed from the film, I think this would go up 10, 15 plus points for me.
Geez, so you were really taken out.
Yeah,
by those
and I think
things,
that really just, I think there's stuff like that in these movies from the mid to late 90s that do that often enough that they took risks. I get it from a or from a filmmaking standpoint. I understand that, but from this, it really took me out of it. So I think it's one of those things. So
yeah, didn't love it. Obviously, felt sloppy and rushed to me. Although there are some things I did like about this movie. So here's one thing I want to talk about real quick. You guys both talked about a lot of the really deliberate sort of world building and subtle things, religious things, iconography, things that were sort of interspersed throughout the movie. And honestly, that's cool that they did that, and I appreciate the extra thought that goes into that. But when the movie itself, I feel like, just isn't very good to begin with. Like, I feel like you've wasted your time.
Oh yeah, those things can't make a movie good. All they can do is add to an already good movie. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
exactly. So I feel like I appreciate that they tried to be deeper in that way, but I feel like you should have worked on the core script and storytelling first. I just didn't think it was very good. I thought the performances were pretty good. I thought Laurence Fishburn was especially good. And I thought the whole premise was interesting. I just thought it was poorly executed. And to be fair, this maybe is a movie that deserves a couple of watches, and I did only watch it one time. It's only the second time I've ever seen it, and the first time I saw it was fucking almost 30 years ago. So, maybe this movie's a little deeper than I give it credit for, but it just doesn't hit for me. It's just not a movie I enjoyed. And I feel like a good horror movie, as Eli Roth once said, leaves you feeling like shit. Right. And I think this movie kind of does that, but not good enough. Not like some of the great horror movies do. So, but I did kind of, like you were talking about a second ago, appreciate the ending being kind of, just kind of intense and a little hopeless, and kind of, it fit the vibe of the film.
It did fit the vibe, yeah.
But it didn't quite nail that. I just feel shitty after watching this movie, which I think a lot of good horror movies do. So not a disaster, but I didn't like it. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. On the social media.
We are all over the social media. criticalmasspodcast.com to find everything you need to know. Our videos, podcasts, streaming, all of it.
You can have it back.
Yeah.
You did.
Damn.
Way to go.
Really good. Really
Like
good,
that?
Grizz. Really
Thanks.
good.
Who's the next
You
one?
thought I was fucking with you earlier. I was.
All right.
good,
So
dude.
this was episode 61.
Mhm.
We're going to do episode 62.
Shut up.
We're going to do episode 62. And guys, okay, for both of my top choices
Build it up.
here,
Build it up. Come on.
they're both bending our rules a little bit.
That's okay.
Just a little bit of a bender.
If it's worth it for the movie,
I think it's
I'll
going to be
take it.
worth it.
Okay.
And Brian, I'm not even going to tell you what the second movie that barely didn't make the cut was.
Oh,
'Cause
Make
you're
him
gonna
choose
be-
again.
You're going to be disappointed.
are you gonna do a red pill, blue pill me like Grizz did last time?
No, I just decided.
Okay, good.
I
I
should've
don't
done
want
that
that.
last
I don't
week.
want the
I
burden
should've
of
done it,
choosing.
yeah.
I'll tell you off air what my alternate choice
Okay,
was.
okay.
But here's what we're going to go with, guys. And this movie, I will say, is fresh and rotten on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's not quite 20%, although it's very close.
Hey, that's just a guideline, man.
It's just a guideline. We're going to be talking about Con Air.
Oh,
Ah,
fuck yes.
yes.
I love that movie.
We're going to be talking about Con Air. It's the summer. It's a summer blockbuster.
Hell yes.
July. We're talking.
It's a
Nicolas
bunch of
Cage.
dudes with the explosions behind them and not turning around to look at them.
Yes, and the cast, guys. The
Oh
cast.
my
We're gonna
God.
talk. We're gonna have fun.
Let's
with this
just
one.
let's just leave it.
We're
Let's
gonna have
just
a
because I want to talk
lot
right
of
now.
fun.
I'm not going
Con
to.
We're gonna
Air.
have a lot of fun with Con Air.
Thank you for choosing that.
Yeah, no problem. That's gonna
Appreciate
be
you.
episode 62, and we will see you next time.
Later.
See you.